Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're listening to this, and welcome to the Weebly Comic Podcast, a podcast where every week we talk about anime, manga, comic book movies, and the latest entertainment news. I'm Diego, also known as Wrath, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, Brennan,
What up?
Adrian, aka Star Psycho,
Yo, what's happening, y'all?
and Jay Avocado, aka the man who has the last name of a fucking fruit.
Yo.
The anticipation.
The anticipation, bro. This week we got jack shit for news, if I'm gonna be honest with you. But that doesn't mean that
be freestyling.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that we're not gonna be talking about anything because we got some One Piece anime news, which is pretty exciting, and also we're gonna discuss the some of the spring 2022 anime and our thoughts on them, as well as the Attack on Titan episode, as always, and it's the final episode, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately.
Final episode of the season. But
we'll talk about it when we get to it. But as always, time codes in the description if you want to skip around a little bit, And there's also links to all of our socials, Jay and I's YouTube channels, yada yada yada. But let's just get straight into the news. So for the One Piece thing, it's been confirmed that One Piece will be returning for episode 114 on April 17th in 2 weeks.
Yeah, the hackers got tired of seeing One Piece and let's let them get the anime studio back.
All I'm saying is if the animation for this fucking episode doesn't knock me on my ass, I'm gonna be pissed, and I'm cussing so much. I'm so sorry. But
to be honest, I don't think it's gonna elevate.
I don't either. I'm just really mad that they've had like a month hiatus for the first time ever, and
I mean, do you skills keep up with the anime? I do, but I'm more manga and leaks.
Basically, what I do is like I look on Twitter to see what happened in the episode, and if it's something that I actually was just like, yeah, I want to see this animated, then I'll go watch it. Otherwise, I don't.
I still do. I just recently, because of the state of One Piece manga, no spoilers, but shit just going crazy.
Oh yeah.
As crazy as probably Marineford at the time, maybe even crazier than that.
I would probably say, yeah, that's probably as crazy. Because I don't think I've been this hyped, like, going through something since Marineford, just because of, what happens at Marineford. No spoilers for Javen, because he is in Skypiea, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm almost caught up.
Yeah, almost.
Almost. He got one more arc.
He's got a couple more arcs. But since for context, both Adrian and I are manga readers, so like I don't really feel the need to watch every single episode, obviously, especially with if you do keep tabs on the One Piece anime, it's really slow in comparison to the manga. It's like less than a chapter per episode at this point. So unless it's something crazy that I was hoping to see, then I'm not even gonna bother.
I don't blame you, because there was a point where they were in the battle of this current arc, and I was like, I just completely forgot the anime, because for one, it's just pacing. The anime pacing is just not good, but that's just because it's right on the manga's ass. So they're hoping Oda is just writing more and more so that they can just get more materials and not have more filler. Granted, they're gonna have filler regardless either way.
That's why I'm confused that because you remember the rumor for everybody, or for them reanimating some of the earlier arcs. I feel like they should honestly, genuinely just do that.
I feel like they would once One Piece is done. I don't think they're gonna do that now.
I feel like that's not a good time to do it. I feel like now, since literally they are I mean, with the month break that they took, 3 more chapters came out, so it's not it is still on its ass, but it's not as on its ass as it was. But I feel like this is prime time. Give Oda 50 chapters to get ahead of where they are. At the end of Wano, this is what I think they should do. When Wano ends, just be like, hey, we're gonna remake the very first arc of One Piece, and then we're gonna continue on the arc that comes after. And then if they get too close caught up to Oda, just do the next one and then the next one. But I don't really think it's gonna be the manga is gonna be running that long to where there'll be like enough to redo everything, but I feel like just to give Oda like a lead on the anime. I don't know. That's just
Um,
me.
yeah, I don't know, cause like most people are I won't say most people. There are this anime only One Piece people,
Yeah.
and a lot of them I can see having issues like, why am I seeing the art that's animated again? Granted, it's cool and probably better than what they animated like the 1990s, late 90s, early
Well, that's
2000s.
what I was gonna say because like a lot of people have the like it's like a 1-2 issue with One Piece. It's either like it looks too old, that bullshit ass excuse, or the pacing sucks. And now, like in the 90s, that pacing was perfectly fine. But like nowadays, with everything being as fast as it is, they could, like in quotations, fix the pacing issue, but really just like speed it up a little bit. You know what I mean?
They
I,
could, but that a little bit is
I feel like.
sometimes towards the manga, like
I
how
feel like it would
Oda is
help a
right.
lot with like the new fans who want to get into it but like have that issue. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what some of the movies are for, because there is
Yeah,
like the
you're right.
blue, some of it's granted. I think it was like 2016, 2015. They do like some of the mini arcs, or not mini arcs. They do like
Yeah, they did the
watered
East Blue.
down East Blue. They did Skypiea. They did.
I
I think
noticed
they
that
did
on
Alabasta
Netflix.
too.
I was very confused.
Yeah, they have so basically the movies just like
They
wrap
hit on
up.
the most important
Yeah, they
like aspects.
fucking blaze through that shit and only hit the
Yeah,
important stuff. But like
it's
they
watered
also
down.
leave
And
they also leave some stuff out too, which is why Adrian like advised me against it. Cuz
yeah,
I think I watched the East Blue Saga and they left out a lot.
very like
I
there's a lot
mean,
of character development that you miss if you just watch the movies for
Yeah.
One Piece.
like
And even
honestly,
proper movies is weird too, but you can go
I
first.
feel like honestly they should like I get One Piece anime fans, like anime only would be probably a little upset, but like let's be honest, bro, you've been spoiled with an anime that has over 1,000 episodes and has been like barely ever taking like breaks. Take a couple months, like think at least you ain't an Attack on Titan fan where like you just being tortured at this point. But
The
like
strays, bro, the
yeah,
strays.
but like you know what I mean? Like I feel like as an anime only fan, with how much you've been spoiled with the anime, you shouldn't feel like you're able to complain about them maybe taking a couple month break for Oda to be able to get like ahead a bit, you know?
Yeah.
Um like that's just like bro, I'm only on episode 772. I still have 300 and some episodes to catch up. Like
Mhm.
I
and then I
remember
got
when I
to
was in
read
your shoes, bro.
and then I
Yeah.
got to
Me
read.
too.
But like I said, Imma try to read Whole Cake. If I'm, like, struggling to get through it, then I'll read it, but I wanna at least try before completely giving up.
I
Yeah.
would recommend you read it, to be honest. I never read Whole Cake while it was going,
Oh
but
my god, it was look,
I know watching was, oh my god, this is
like in
hard.
retrospect, I love Whole Cake, but like the beginning of Whole Cake was so difficult to get through, especially watching it. It was so hard. You can like I
I
think you
wish it was
remember
dubbed,
I told
to
you
be
that
honest.
I skipped like every other episode cuz nothing was happening. But really it
Yeah.
was just the pacing was ass because when I switched to the manga, I started from the beginning of Whole Cake and like dead ass like the first like 15 episodes are like the first 20 chapters. It makes no sense.
Yeah, they just stretch out Whole Cake, which is like it's now the longest animated arc. Actually, that might.
Wano
Hmm.
might be catching up to it.
I know Wano's either catching up as already caught up because it's already past 100 episodes. I know that for sure.
So
Um,
then should I read it and then so, like, I have 11 episodes of Zao. I'm just gonna watch that because I can, like rereading all of Zao is honestly, like, I've read Adrian told me to start at what was it, 802?
that was like the start of
I
yeah.
started reading one day and I only got to 808 and I was like, I'm done. Like I've already been through this. So I'm
Okay,
gonna finish
so
out and then what I'll do is I'll start reading Whole Cake. But I do want to watch the parts that I want to watch. So I'll probably ask you guys for like episodes of
Well,
where things
what I
happen
was
and
gonna
stuff.
say, I'm not gonna tell you right now, but when you get to this certain part of Whole Cake, and I'll text it to you in a little bit. When
Hmm.
you like see these characters, start watching because
That's when
that's
it
like
starts
when it
picking up.
actually, yeah.
Okay. See, like I'd rather do that than not watch it. Like I don't know. I like watching it. I enjoy it. There are aspects to like watching it that I enjoy. So
No, yeah, like I tried to push through it, but like, cause I don't know, I tried to push through it, but like from going from Dressrosa and how dragged out like don't get me wrong, I love Dressrosa. In my opinion, it might be my favorite arc. I'm not entirely sure, but like going from the stress that was trying to watch all of that without blowing your brains out in some bits, straight into Whole Cake, which was worse in terms of pacing. It's not no.
I'm gonna be honest. Dressrosa is one of my favorite arcs solely because of Korra. I will. He's such a good character, bro.
All right, well,
I won't say anymore.
yeah. We divvied off
Yeah,
very
we
hard.
went
But
Ah,
even.
it's not like we have much to talk about. It doesn't matter.
yeah, I was
Oh
just
well.
going to say. But yeah, uh I basically they should they should restart, give Oda a little bit of space, whatever. But moral of the story, One Piece is returning on April 17th. So since we're talking about April, which is spring, let's get our thoughts on the spring season as a whole, because why not? Also because I haven't talked to y'all about what you think about this anime season coming up. So
I only know of two of the series that are returning slash coming out.
so I meant to get a list together of all of them so we could look, man.
We're not
There's
professional, so fuck it.
Yeah, one, we're not professionals. Two, there ain't shit coming out this season. I'm gonna be honest.
Except for two that are like
So
worthy.
basically, the big ones. I'm just gonna talk about the big ones. I'm gonna list the big ones. So Spy Family, obviously. Um, Rising of the Shield Hero season 2. Kaguya-sama Love is War season 4 is coming. I don't think any of y'all watch this shit, but I just felt like mentioning it because it's a pretty popular anime. So one of the ones that I'm looking forward to the most is Shikamori's Not Just a Cutie. Don't judge me based off of the title, okay? It actually looks really
Us.
fun.
Us.
But and then
Sussy boy.
Comey Can't Communicate season 2, and there's this one game that's basically Squid Game. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to watch it yet, but I know that a lot of people are keeping an eye on that. And there's some
Already.
others too, but and mention them if you guys are going to watch any of them, but none of them look interesting to me personally.
Thank
But
you. That's fine.
Um,
honestly, this season as a whole, like it kind of in quotations is that sleepy season, but I think for some slice of life fans, some isekai fans, this is a pretty decent season. There's a lot of new stuff basically. There's no returning stuff. The biggest new thing is really just Spy Family, unfortunately. But I still think that this season isn't going to be too bad.
this is just personally for me. Um, the only four that I can just see myself getting hyped about, and some of these I use hype loosely because I don't know how I feel about them anymore.
Yeah.
Spy Family, Shield Hero season 2, Kaguya, no, not Kaguya. So I'm like Komi Can't Communicate season 2, and Todachi Game. Um, Todachi Game looks very interesting because, like you said, it does have the concept of Squid Games, and I would want to see how that goes in an anime format.
Mhm.
Komi Can't Communicate, y'all got me into it little bit, and I want to see where else this goes. Want to see that bitch make more friends.
Yes, sir.
Um, Spy Family, it's been all hype from what I can see. So it looks very interesting. I want to see the family dynamic of the spy, the assassin, and the daughter that they have. And then Shield Hero, I don't know why. I've been losing my interest for Shield Hero. Back then, if it would have released back then, I would have been like, "Oh yeah, give me Shield Hero now. I
Yeah.
want it." But now it's like do I really want to watch it? I don't even remember where it ended.
Listen,
Yeah.
bro. Listen. Watch this episode because it kind of like they do a good job of getting you back into the characters this episode, like back into the swing of things. Because I just watched it, right before the podcast. It's not like it just picks up and kind of like immediately jumps back into everything. Um, and like, you kind of go through the characters again, not reintroducing them, but like, you start seeing them and you see how they are. There's nothing like they don't force it down your throat as if, the first season ended just last year or anything like that. But it was a good first episode. It ended on a kind of crazy note. I'm excited for episode 2. I've been waiting for this to come back though for a while.
I was too. Like when what was it? It wasn't coming out weekly at the time. It was like right after it got done weekly. I watched it because I was like, I've heard so much about it, and it's a good anime from what I remember watching. But it's just for memory's sake. I feel like it's been like 2 years since I've watched it, so like I don't know if it's gonna interest me again. I'm hoping it does, just from the first episode. But if it
I
doesn't,
mean,
I'll
if
be
anything, just rewatch like a couple episodes from the first season, kind of ease back into it, and then watch the second one. But like I said, second one does a good job of like it's. I don't want to say it sets the tone, but like gets you back into the characters, introduces the next storyline, and then ends on like a pretty like what the hell type of moment. So, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I enjoyed it. I literally like I kept hearing stuff about it. I started watching it one day and I binged the entire season 1 in one day and been waiting for season 2 ever since. So, I like it, but I think I just really like isekai. Like I just like the idea of like someone essentially getting ported into a different world. So,
I don't know. Some
that's personally
isekais are cool, but there's others where it just becomes a harem and it gets kind of annoying. I'm like it
that's
Not
kind of
every isekai.
like it just
Alright,
sometimes just feels like the guys like it feels like the ugly dude that just gets no bitches. Me, but it's
I
just
will
not it for me.
Sick.
I will I will say, Jay, if you like any isekai, the Rising of the Shield Hero might be the one because it's not a harem at all.
Nah,
I tried it
he
already.
tried it already.
Oh, really?
I actually, when I was watching it for the first few episodes, I didn't have a bitter taste in my mouth, bro. I didn't want to puke yet. But as I kept watching it, I don't know. I just kind of got bored of it, man. It didn't keep me excited, but it wasn't bad. It was just isekai, man. That's all it is for me, bro. I'm sure one day I'll find an isekai, but I haven't found one for me yet.
One day.
One day there'll be one that knocks me off my feet.
Maybe.
Well, since you're talking, Jay, what animes are you looking forward to, bro?
All right, obviously we watching Spy Family. You already know. We watching Comey. Now these
Yes,
are the two
sir.
I'm 100% sure I'm gonna like.
Mhm.
Now other things I'm gonna check out. So Comey and My Dress Up Darling really got me looking at anime differently these days.
I'm
You see,
saying, bro.
I'm really willing to watch anything except isekai. So Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie and
That
the one you wanted
trailer
to watch.
slapped. That trailer slapped. That's all I gotta say.
What's the name of the one with the small girl?
What with like the silver hair?
Yeah.
Ahare-san wa Hakarene.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Whatever
Me and
that is.
me and Emily have already decided to watch those together. To be honest, I don't think that they're gonna be any Comey or anything like that, to be honest. But I'm giving them a chance. It would be like just if a stereotypical shonen came out, I'm gonna give it a chance. This is the
Look,
same thing now. Like I'll watch anything now, bro.
their comedy, slice of life / romance. I'm not sure about the other one, but like I think a comedy / romance / comedy is like it's just like a lethal combo for me. I
Yeah,
don't know what it is.
a newly found lethal combo, bro.
It's
Now,
like the it's like the shonen like I don't even remember what the combo was, but it's just like, the shonen tropes that get you every single time.
This
Is
is
that
like
for me.
this is like when the MC has a demon who lives inside of him. Now,
Right.
Shout out
um,
Asta.
Shout out Asta, shout out Naruto.
Shout out Itadori, bro. All right, now I heard you guys talk about Tomodachi game. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I watched the trailer. I'm not that interested, to be
Neither am
honest.
I.
I'm gonna
haven't
still
seen it.
watch it, but like I'm not excited to. You know what I mean? I got to give it the benefit of the doubt.
I'm not.
Or
And
not.
then I
Or
might as
not.
well. I might as well. You never know. It could be a hidden banger.
You right.
Much like
Now,
Squid Games was.
exactly. Now let me put y'all onto my secret stash list. Okay, I got
Oh.
2 hidden gem animes.
Also,
give to
I
y'all.
completely forgot to mention, the quintessential quintuplets movie is coming out sometime this season. That's all I wanted to say. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 movie. I'm already
Yeah,
calling
yeah,
it
yeah.
right now.
Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah,
continue.
Back it up. Get up the
Get
set.
him
guy.
out of here. Boo.
As we were just talking about how I like slice of life comedy romance
Oh,
now.
by the way,
What?
quintessential quintuplets is a banger, by the way. You should watch it.
Get
Anyways,
out of here.
Tomato, tomato,
Ooh.
tomato.
Yes, sir.
Do they even have a demon inside of them, bro?
yes, he does.
Huh?
Did
Hey,
you get
that's
a
a
rage
different
ant?
demon,
It
bro.
it's a different demon, but it comes out
It's a
towards the end of
horny
the
demon.
series.
All right, my secret stash. Okay, summertime render, bro. A mystery supernatural anime. Trailer
yeah.
looks good, bro.
I forgot about
think
that
this
one,
looks good.
actually.
Same studio behind Comey.
Really?
I'm gonna watch it, bro. I'm gonna
Oh,
watch it.
yeah.
Watch it. And then my other hidden gem, bro. Love After World Domination. It's basically about a Power Ranger who falls in love with a villain, and their relationship is a secret. It looks fire. It looks like a romance comedy, but with superheroes. So I'm kind of hyped. And then yeah, that's my secret stash. That's it. So
Okay.
hopefully those are fire.
I'm going to add those to my watch list.
What was the last one
Thank you,
called
thank you.
again?
Love After World Domination.
Love at the World Domination. I might
Yeah.
keep these.
If y'all like that, you should definitely check out this new anime that just came out. It's called Soul Eater. No.
I'm fucking dead. Yeah, man, I feel like this season is like prime time to try out new stuff. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of everything here. We got some sports, we got some
Some music,
isekai.
some
Yo,
isekai.
Speaking of sports, when does that soccer anime come out? Because
I think
low-key, I
it's
might
next
watch
season.
Oh, I thought it was this season for some
There
No,
reason.
is
it's
a
not.
soccer anime this season, but it's not the one everyone's hyped about. Y'all are
Okay.
thinking of Blue Lock, I think.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna try that. That'll be my first sport anime, but it's soccer, so I gotta see what they talking about.
Gotta represent.
Yeah, I gotta see if it properly shows off different things. They better do some like Ronaldo chop, some Rabonas.
I'm dead.
There's a golf anime coming out this season.
All right,
All right.
get him out of here.
Yo,
What was
I
it
didn't
here
say
saying?
nothing.
Tomatoes, tomato.
Tomatoes. Nah, fuck the tomatoes. We need a brick.
Huh?
Damn.
He's going for a hole in one on me, bro. I need to watch an episode so I can counteract this.
This is
Adrian might have a demon inside of him, bro.
Against
Exactly.
golf.
violence.
Violence.
Adrian's
All right.
out.
So yeah. I think we went over everybody's watch list, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got 3 or 4 if you count the movie. And yeah. So with that being said, we got a lot to look forward to. There might be some hidden bangers, we don't know. We'll talk about them if we find them though.
We gonna keep it pushing though.
Yeah, so let's move on to Attack on Titan's final episode, even though, part 2 of the final season, even though, the shit still ain't end. There's a part 3, probably a part 4, maybe a part 5.
Maybe a movie,
Maybe a remake. They might just remake it after part 3, to be honest.
but so who wants to say their hot take first?
All right, look.
We start with the hot takes.
I'm starting with the hot take. Nothing happened this episode. And the thing that did happen this episode was underwhelming as fuck because of the thing that happened before it with the trash ass CGI. That's all that I have to say.
I mean, I'll say this. So mine kind of is a hot take about the episode as a whole. So I guess I'll say mine first.
All right.
For
Go
a
for it.
final episode of the thing of this episode was fucking garbage. But
Get out. Get out. Take your back.
no, listen. The episode, the episode and the broad aspect of everything, decent. But for we're about
I
to
know
go on
what you
another
mean.
hiatus
I
and
know
not
what you
fucking
mean.
see another episode. This fucking episode sucked. I was so mad, bro.
I know what you
I was
mean.
I was watching it. I was
See,
like, so this is where you leave me? You blue
for
ball
me
me? This is
personally,
it?
for me personally, I was content on how everything was going, and then the fucking CGI ass Titans ruined what happened afterwards, because I was still stuck on them swimming when they revealed how Eren looked, like, officially, like that whole ass scene that all of the manga readers were hyping up of Eren
Yeah.
and all the fucking colossal Titans on the horizon. Like,
Mhm.
we get that scene finally, but I didn't care because I was still mad about how awful the fucking colossal Titans looked and how fast they were moving. But we'll talk about it in a second.
Boy, they were torpedoes.
Oh my,
They
Adrian,
were,
Javen,
they were
what?
zooming.
Actually,
Boy.
Adrian, what's your hot take? I want to hear your hot take because I know Javen's hot take.
Fuck. I don't really have a hot take.
You said
my
that you
own-
found something weird.
No, I think it's just completely different. It's just like completely different from the chapter because from the chapter we don't even see that backstory. I don't even know when we see that backstory. I'm trying to remember when, like in the manga, but you weren't.
Went to Marley.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened way earlier. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh, is
that's-
this what you were talking about?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean,
Crazy.
but I guess it works for the format of the episode. But I was
Yeah.
kind of hoping they had a certain scene. They had a certain scene with Eren, but they didn't, and I'm kind of salty. I think Eren.
They need to save it. They need to save it.
Yeah,
I
nah,
was
I gave you
mad
that right
confused.
there, man.
Episode
Oh,
had
well.
me mad confused at first, bro.
Oh yeah, I thought this was like, cause you remember,
Agreed.
cause you know how they like how some of y'all have been talking about like alternate timelines and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I thought literally until we flashed back to like current time, I thought all of this was just in Mikasa's imagination. I thought she was just imagining what could have been.
Yeah.
Wow, really? You too?
Yeah.
Brandon?
No, yeah, for real. I thought this was
Okay.
like a what if something
Because-
went differently
yeah.
until the very end when
Because
Eren walked
Sasha
out and
was
Mikasa
there.
like, we haven't seen him since.
Because Sasha was there, so I was like, okay, either this is a flashback, which I highly doubt it is, or this is like Mikasa just passing the time and imagining what if. Like,
Bro, I'm embarrassed to say, I low-key thought this was like a future thing, and I low-key thought Sasha was Gabby,
Gabby,
like
yeah.
a little grown. I was
no,
like, how much time has gone by? I was like, what the fuck's going on?
you're fine. No, you're fine because Ness thought it was Gabby, and some of my coworkers also thought it was Gabby at first.
There were
so
scenes where like it looked like a Gabby but taller.
I'm not
No,
gonna
dude.
lie to you.
as soon as I
don't
heard
blame
her
any of
voice,
y'all
I
for seeing
immediately started tearing up because I'm like, that's my wife, bro.
I guess I don't blame you guys. I don't blame anyone either because
look so alike.
yeah, just
It's
how they
awful.
did it. Just how they did it. It was I can totally see people thinking it's a what if episode.
Well, it was also just random. Like they were
It
on their
was
way
a
to the
little
thing,
random.
and you start the episode off not even like where you left off. They literally start off in the flashback, and it's like, dude, what the fuck?
They
Like,
start
what?
with Mikasa on the boat, reminiscing.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
And I thought the reminiscing was a what if.
What if?
She's like,
And it kind of was. It almost kind of was like a what if, because at the
Yeah,
end,
'cause at
she
the
was
end-
like, what if I would have told him like I loved him
I
or
love
whatever?
it. Yes.
Yeah, it's like a deep.
Like,
that
would
made
it
me
have
so
changed
mad.
anything?
Bro, actually, you know what made me mad was that they had to remind us that fucking Sasha got shot.
Yeah, they literally showed it, bro.
I was like, this is unnecessary.
They did that one just for you, bro.
For real. Just to remind me one last time that my favorite character got shot in the fucking gut.
He said she's gone forever.
So throughout all that, do you think Eren at the same time was kind of reminiscing at the same time as she was? Because towards the end, when it started going over like the mishaps, it almost seemed a little more focused on Eren and him like kind of realizing like the things that he wanted
Ooh.
were not going through. Like the things that he wanted weren't going to happen because certain people started dying that he didn't necessarily want to die. And it just seemed like almost as if the ending portion of the like flashback
was through
almost
Aaron's
like,
POV.
yeah, and then it went back to Mikasa
So-
just because of like it showed him like upset after Sasha got killed, even though we know when it first happened he like laughed about it.
Yeah.
So
And he looked traumatized, like in that, and like the replay, he like looked like he was like freaking the hell out, which I think that that's really cool because like, you know, we see him as like, you know, laughing and we're all like, what the fuck is wrong with him? But like, then we get his POV and he looks traumatized and shook by Sasha's death. I think that was a really interesting contrast. And also one thing that I want to kind of just touch on, because this is kind of just the way that I took it, but given how Eren asked Mikasa straight up, what is he to her? And then, you know, in him reminiscing, he also was, you know, kind of having a conversation about, I'm assuming, Mikasa with Zeke. It could have been about Historia. I don't really think it's about Historia given, you know, the format. But basically what I'm trying to say is, do you think that Eren wanted her to tell him that she was in love with him?
absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now to kind of jump off of that, a little bit of what I was talking about earlier, Javen. I know you hate when I say this, but do you still think that he would have done the rumbling if she told him that she was in love with him?
I said no comment.
I think
Why does this pertain to how the fucking manga ends?
I'm just gonna
I hate
plead
you.
the fifth. Plead the fifth is what I shall do.
so.
I'm
I
assuming
don't-
then you have no comment either, Adrian.
Well, I'm saying this based off what we've seen. I still,
Thank
if
you.
anything, I think that he would have like gone forward with it quicker. But
Interesting.
I think nothing would have changed. If anything, would have
Really?
like strengthened his resolve.
See,
Because he did the reason he did the rumbling was because of the people he loved. He wanted them to have like a good, safe life,
yeah.
a long life. So
I don't see. I
agree
see
with
what you mean, but and maybe it's just me being naive, but I don't think so. I don't
Oh,
know.
so
You know,
you
Diego?
think that that he would cancel his plans
Not
in
cancel them, but
Mikasa
maybe like go
alter
about
them?
them differently.
Diego, I was gonna say I think if I thought no matter what I was gonna say at first is I think no matter what the rumbling was gonna happen, but maybe her saying that would have kind of like pushed it back. But now I'm thinking about it, and like Adrian said, it would have just strengthened his resolve because we gotta also remember he sees into the future.
Yeah.
So like no matter what, this was planned out by him and through him. So I kind of agree with Adrian. I think if anything, if she would have said that, he might have just turned around and went and killed everyone on Marley like right then and there. Like fuck it. Like but like I don't think it would.
I
Yeah,
don't know. Part of
Adrian
me
probably hit
is
it on the
thinking
head.
about it through like Mikasa's eyes. Like maybe it would have changed something, maybe it would have. I agree with you. It, like now that like Adrian said it and it makes sense because it's like, well, you know, now I have to protect her instead of just me wanting to, like I need to, you know? But part of me at the same time is like, well, you know, maybe getting that like, you know, it's gonna sound corny as fuck when I say this, but like getting somebody who like it like I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
Out with
Really,
it, boy! Out with it!
it's just gonna sound corny the way that I'm thinking of it. But like falling in love with somebody maybe would change the way that like he views the world. Maybe I don't know.
Nah, I don't think so. Not with Aaron. Not with him being able to see the future and stuff like that. I feel like he was on a set course.
You're
And
probably right. You're probably right. But I
no,
just like to think maybe not. You know, maybe not.
yeah. I mean, who knows?
Who knows? I'm assuming we'll find out.
Can we talk about how he cut off his own leg and stabbed himself in the eye?
Dude,
he
that
did.
scene was fucking brutal. I was like,
It was.
jeez, bro.
I was sitting there. I was like, God damn.
I was sitting there and I was like,
Shit
oh,
was
this don't
crazy.
look like this was fun. And then he gets the bullet and I'm like, what is he doing? And,
Dude.
and then he brings it closer to his eye. And I'm like, no, that's not how you did this. But it is how he
Nah,
did
that
that.
was like That was like some Naruto shit when they're just casually ripping each other's eyes out and like,
Yeah.
damn, you just took my eye, bro, or he can have my eye, he can just take it. Or it's like, oh, that's my arm. Damn, that's crazy. Oh, nah, this is actually like a realistic take on it. It's like, no, you got to put so much commitment into doing something like that.
Yeah.
Bro, watching him cut off his leg and seeing him like struggle to like cut through the bone and everything, I was like, God damn.
Yeah, because I
That
mean,
was
like
crazy.
that shit. Ooh, like the psychological toll that it takes on you just to do that.
And I feel like it gets overlooked a lot because like, you know, we see them hurt themselves to like turn Titan. And like they immediately go Titan. So like whether they feel it or not, we don't really get to see that. They just turn to Titan. But like we gotta remember that this isn't like one of those like Deadpool where he gets hurt and like yes, Deadpool feels it, but he's gotten so used to it that it's like whatever. Like he
Yeah.
could get his arm chopped off and he's like, "Oh, well, that's crazy." Um this isn't like that. They feel everything.
They feel everything,
Like
but they
Well,
have the resolve to do it again.
I know
and
what your
that's what's
point
Yeah.
is, but
crazy.
me being the comic book nerd, I have to correct you. The reason why he's so crazy is because he feels everything just like it would happen to him the first time, which, like I said, takes a toll on you, and that's part of why Deadpool's so fucking crazy. But
well, I guess a better
I know what you're
one
trying to
would've
say.
been Wolverine in his claws. Like
Yeah.
he's just gotten used to that pain, so it doesn't. Nah, that's just like just thinking about the fact that like there is no like pain dampening that they have or anything.
Yeah.
The amount of damage that they just do to themselves when literally all they just need to do is just like prick their finger is crazy.
Yeah, Annie had the easiest one
I
with
was
the
gonna
ring.
say Annie's the
For real.
smart one because she just got a ring.
Yeah, some people were like, bro, I want to bite my fingers. Like, you don't have the
No,
resolve to
you
fucking
don't.
bite your shit.
No, you
I'm
don't.
like, you're crazy if you think you have the resolve to do that. If so, then you just crazy, huh? I'm gonna
Yeah,
be honest.
and it's funny because Aaron's doesn't look that bad at first because it's like, oh, he just bites his hand, but then you realize like, dude, he's biting a chunk out of his hand. Like,
A
I was gonna
chunk out of it.
say you
Sometimes
gotta.
he bites fingers off.
That's what I was
yeah,
gonna say. Like you gotta bite hard enough to bite a finger off. Like that's not no.
Y'all remember in season 3 when he couldn't transform and he kept biting his hand?
Yes,
yeah,
that's what I mean when he's like biting fingers. I'm like,
That was
dude
crazy.
can go far if he wants to turn into a Titan.
and it's crazy because like it doesn't even look like it affects him that much. Like to be honest,
Well, now, yeah.
but is there anything else that happened this episode?
Just the.
Oh,
Can we
I
just
love
talk
the
about
way.
this? Can we fully full send diss the fuck out of the CGI, please?
Wait,
I
one
want to
thing.
talk about.
One thing I want to.
Go ahead,
ahead,
go
Jay.
ahead, Brent. No, go ahead.
I
My
was just
thing
gonna say, I do want to appreciate how Levi saved the little kid, even though he had like no real obligation to.
Oh yeah, that was
Like
nice. That was nice.
that was a cool little
That
part.
whole like portion of the episode was so wholesome. I like I thought it was sweet when I was, under the assumption that Mikasa was imagining all of that. But knowing that it actually happened, like it's canon, like that is really wholesome. And I feel like we haven't seen anything wholesome in Attack on Titan in a very long time.
Yeah, like I said, this was a good episode, and the wider aspect is just as a final episode of like, you're not gonna see this for a while. Fucking garbage.
Look, I disagree, but at the same time I do agree because I'm not letting this go. If it's annoying you that I keep bringing this up, I'm sorry. But that CGI was terrible, bro.
No one's letting it go, bro. It was the last thing in the episode. We're saving it for the end.
All right. Like
I was gonna say it again.
my main issue with it is the Titans are slow as shit. Right? They're slow as shit.
Yes.
So why were they swimming about 6
Technically-
miles a fucking second? And also, why were they getting ripped in half so easily?
Of course,
but when
according
they're
to
getting
Hanji.
shot in the fucking head, they're fine. Or not fine, but like they're better.
They're just moving on. They don't fucking care.
I
Some of them just have their torsos blown up. In the anime, it seems a lot more brutal because it seems like the first volley in the manga just didn't do shit. You see smoke, and then you see the volley, and then you just see them rise up like a shark. You didn't see them. I mean, you see them swim, but it's like one panel. Like you don't know how fast they're
I
fucking
just-
going.
Boy, they were zooming.
They were
Dude, I didn't think they were
zooming,
going.
bro.
They were
Yeah,
just.
they look.
They were like
me,
Michael
bro.
Phelps. They were going
look
faster than
like-
Michael Phelps.
They look like some goddamn killer whales, bro. They were.
Bro, them.
They're like, you want to see me pull a Usain Bolt, bro?
Did Diego just spaz out for y'all too?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, my
you might have to
internet
say
is
that
being
again.
weird.
Okay, you sound better now.
yeah.
I said, y'all want to see me pull a Usain Bolt?
Boy,
Bro.
that wasn't even Usain Bolt. That was a fucking.
That was Michael
Uh,
Phelps,
that
bro.
was
Faster.
fucking a dolphin. I don't even know. That was not human, bro.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think Titans knew how to swim.
I just don't
I-
understand why they were so fucking fast.
It's because they're light, bro.
Bruh. Okay.
They are.
It's true, bro. It's true.
They are.
How are they
Unironically.
light? What?
Because think about it, bro. The Colossal Titan, they just steam, bro. They just smoke.
Huh?
Think about Bert's powers, how he used them in the past, bro. He just sending out some steam, bro.
I
He's the hot fire.
Listen, I'm like dumbing it down a lot, but Titans are
just
lighter
want-
than they should be. Based like they're like if Titans were humans, they'd be way heavier at that size.
Yeah.
But Titans are actually lighter.
So are you saying they're not like completely like?
They're not like human
out?
mass.
They're
Like
not regular, like they're not
They don't-
regular mass how we would like perceive it. Like if we were if a human was that size, they'd be way heavier than a Titan.
yeah.
Interesting.
well, I understand that because they don't have organs. And I'm assuming they also don't have a bone structure. But like
Nah, they just like I don't know. Maybe Adrian can describe
No,
it better.
I
but, like,
remember. I know what you're saying, but I don't remember the science behind it because I just know that even Hanji in the first season said that they are light, like they're lighter than humans, but they just have the capabilities of destroying buildings and other places just casually. So I think it is something with their mass, but
Interesting.
and not only
Look-
that, it's just another thing too is that they don't decompose like us. They steam like they're fucking hot. as hell when
yes,
they
we
die.
understand that, but
Yeah.
my point is, in no universe are they supposed to be swimming that fucking fast.
Okay, right. So sorry.
Yeah,
What I was trying to
yeah.
say with that was that if they're
We
if
got
they're like-
derailed for the dumbest reason.
Sorry.
That was
Sorry.
not
Yeah,
my point whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't have a good. I don't know, bro.
I
Listen,
can't
bro.
explain them going fast.
I was about
like
to
that. I don't
say,
know.
I was about to say, look, I may have gotten on you in past episodes about you being a dick writer, but if you were gonna really sit here and defend
No.
that scene, I was about
No,
to
listen.
say,
No,
bro,
you want to know how I feel about that scene, Diego? You want to know how I,
I
feel
do.
about
I
that
genuinely
I
do.
remember hearing this. This is funny.
scene? Bro, that was the ugliest thing I ever seen in my life. I was crying, bro. I
They
can't
were
believe they did.
gliding through the ocean.
Then why
I'm
they
just
do it like
mad. I'm just mad that like the most hype scene that all y'all manga readers have been talking about this whole season got
Yo, you
overshadowed
Diego,
by
you're a
how-
Hold on,
robot, you're a
Diego.
robot.
Yeah.
My
they were
God,
gliding.
I didn't want to stop you, but it had to be done.
this is so scuffed.
All right,
You're
try it
good
again.
now.
Yeah, try it
Okay,
again.
I'm just mad that the one scene that y'all motherfuckers, y'all manga readers, have been talking about nonstop since AOT has come back was overshadowed by how ass that fucking scene was.
Can we talk about how deep that water must have been for them to be looking how small they looked while they were swimming, bro?
That's
Hated
another
that too.
issue.
They,
That's
like,
another
destroyed
issue.
The perception of oh my god,
I hated that so much. I was like, the ocean ain't that deep,
Like
bitch.
normal humans.
bro.
And then they just stood up and started walking. I'm like, huh?
I for me
Like
personally,
these motherfuckers shrinking water or something? What's going on?
and I want to hear what you anime viewers think about this. So I feel as though they should have departed from the manga on this one, and perhaps took a different approach while showing the Titans swimming past the boats. Okay, what I'm thinking is. We do it like Jaws, okay? We don't see the shark under the water. We see him when he comes out of the water. I think if we see it from the human perspective, from the perspective of those people on the warships, that makes the Titans like way scarier and way more menacing than what we actually end up seeing underwater. What do you guys think? Because
Look,
literally when the steam comes past and the guy gets vaporized, like that's top tier, bro. Like that's fire. But like it's completely
everything
undermined
I was gonna
by
say,
the
yeah.
dumb CGI Titan swimming in the water, bro.
I was gonna say, because like that was terrifying, but it was like I didn't even react. I was just like, because of I was still just stuck on on the fucking Titans.
I think Jay, like you're onto it. Like if it would have just been a scene where the people are like looking, freaking out, and they start shooting, and you have no context to like what they're spazzing about, and then you see like them like kind of emerge, or you kind of see like the ripples, and you're like, what the hell's going on? And then they all kind of emerge as like in unison or whatever. It probably, yeah, would have been better. I mean, I didn't get bothered as much by the swimming scene. I was just like, God damn, they moving kind of fast. Um, I was just also like, one thing that bothered me was like in the water, they were getting hit by shit and like limbs were like flying off and shit. And then one of them stands out and gets shot in the face and it does nothing. I
That's
was
what I
like,
was
what the
talking
hell?
about. Like I don't.
Well,
I don't.
I think it's because it's like the world's best military grade stuff on those warships, while they just had like their regular military stuff like on land.
My
So just
guy,
like the world.
do you hear how backwards
what I.
that sounds though?
No. That
That is
because
like
the
what they
idea
said though.
was the idea
Yeah.
was to
I
stop them from
understand
even
that's
reaching land to begin with.
I
I
get that
totally
that's the
buy that.
idea. I guess that's the idea, but you also have to think it's the fucking military. They're gonna be or plan A, plan B, plan C, D, E, F, G, all the way to fucking Z. So if all of the world's military really was just like, yeah, let's get our best shit out there, guess what? It's gonna be on the boats, it's gonna be on the land, it's gonna be past the beach, it's gonna be all the way through the city, and they're all gonna be shooting at those Titans. It ain't all gonna be on one fucking boat. Have you ever seen any kind of movie that has military in it? They're fucking expecting shit to go wrong all the way down to the fucking like back end. Like that it was so asinine in my personal opinion, that entire scene. Like
Yeah, but in plan A through Z, I don't think they were planning for the Titans to swim.
I like that.
clearly they
I like
were though. Clearly they were though.
Not like that. They were
Yeah,
coming
not like
back.
that.
Not
bro.
like that. Not like that. But clearly
Probably
they were
like, oh, they're
planning on them
floating.
swimming.
The reason
Floating
I say that,
across.
I don't think they were planning for them to swim underwater because they knew they had to cross water. Like that's a like okay, obviously they have to cross water, but I don't think you're planning for them to be swimming underwater. Like I'm thinking like how they showed up on the beaches like walking. That's probably how they were like anticipate. Because keep in mind, I'm gonna assume that a majority of the people off of Marley don't actually know what like a big colossal titan looks like. So they're probably assuming that it's like just walking across the ocean, not going torpedo mode in the somehow super mad deep depths of the sea.
Okay, but to refute that, what you're saying right now, why the hell were the boats so far out in the ocean if they weren't expecting them to be swimming like that?
Because they didn't want them to get anywhere near the
Okay,
actual island
but
or
again,
the land.
if you are planning on them walking, so I'm assuming you mean like walking on the ocean floor, right?
I mean walking like out of the water. I don't think they were probably prepared for them to be able to see like their like upper torso and head like sticking out of the water walking. Like I don't think they planned for them to be completely underwater like that.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, again, why were those boats so far out if they weren't expecting to see them until they were coming up on the beach?
I'm not saying no, I'm saying I don't think they planned on them being like completely 100% submerged. And their plan was like just take them all out before they reach the land because they don't want those big ass things anywhere near the land. So they're like, let's set up our line further away from land and take them out before they even get close. So there's no like.
So you're
They're
saying
not
when they're
close, so they
swimming,
can't
they're
do
like
anything.
swimming on the surface, like at the top. Is that what you're saying?
I
No,
think what Brennan is
saying
is
I
like,
don't think they planned for them to be completely submerged underwater, swimming under the boats. They planned for them to be walking through the water and like, they have like their torso and their head exposed above the water. Like I don't think they thought that the Titans were like I guess, small enough to actually like go underwater, swim, and go under the boat. Because again, I don't think they know like how big they are or how small they are.
No, they should know because they do have
No,
like top
no.
tier
In
scientists.
retrospect, bro, it just that what you just said right there just makes the CGI scene so much worse.
Why?
Why?
Because they're like little fucking fish, bro. That entire scene.
They are,
They're like
bro,
little
they are.
fish. They're like
They
a
look
you
like
know.
they in Finding Nemo under the net.
Exactly, bro. No, and like the you know, like in the part of Finding Nemo when they go in the sea current with all the turtles. They're all the turtles that are going through the sea current.
Man, no, lost his composure.
He always lost his mind. Bro's like Aaron right now, bro.
Oh my god. Bro, they're just little sea turtles, bro. The colossal titans are just little sea
Lost his
turtles.
Bro's lost his mind.
God, the more we talk about it, the worse this episode gets for me.
Oh my god, it's just the ending scene, bro. Calm
That ending
down.
scene was trash.
Oh, it's not that. They didn't ruin the whole thing.
Yes, they did.
I mean, look, I'm not happy about it, but at the same time,
Look,
like,
bro, all I'm saying is that final moment when you see the founding titan with that wall of colossal titans, you're supposed to be like, oh fuck. And you know what my response was? I was still laughing because of the CGI. So clearly they dropped the ball. If me, somebody who gets immersed as fuck, was so unimmersed for that whole ass fucking portion of the episode.
I mean, yeah, look, the CGI was bad, but I don't think that it necessarily,
In my
ruined
opinion,
the
it
whole
ruined that
ending.
ending. It ruined the ending.
Hey man, I gotta. I mean, look, I agree with you that I'm not happy about the CGI, but I'm not gonna let it ruin my moment, okay?
Yeah.
Because the rumbling has reached land. That's
You
at the
also
end of the day, that's
cannot
pretty hype.
speak because you get the manga experience of it not being like
Look, they were
corny as
swimming.
fuck.
They were swimming in the manga
were
too,
But I
bro.
can
It's just-
guarantee you they did not look as corny as they did in the anime.
Yeah, you're right. They were doing
All
those
right.
backstrokes in the manga. No, I'm kidding.
I'm
Are we
dead.
finished talking
I
about the episode? 'Cause
wish.
I have something AOT related that I want to talk about, but
Just
it's
go
not
ahead.
like to the episode.
Just go
Okay.
ahead.
I mean, yeah, you can go ahead.
So
We
I was
talked
on
the
TikTok.
episode to death.
I was on TikTok and I watched one of the things that Jay sent me today, and it was about Falco's Titan, right?
Oh, I
Um,
know exactly what you're talking
So
about.
yeah, okay. So he said, when he gets to the end, he completely cuts out that like, no, Falco is not like half Jaeger or whatever, and then is like, it's because he drank the spinal fluid. But I was kind of like, what if he was a Jaeger, or what if he was supposed to get like the Attack Titan? And the reason I think that is in episode 1 of the entire show, Aaron wakes up from a dream that is like essentially like, what would it be, like a past life or like whatever. And or like, he feels like he's in war, whether it's a future thing or whatever it was that he was looking at. I don't remember. And if you remember on season 4, the first episode, Falco also wakes up in the same way, except he said, I think he was about to get eaten by a Titan. Or I think it's
I
Aaron.
remember it exactly, dude. I remember exactly what you're talking about when Falco wakes up or when Aaron wakes up.
Well, they both have it similar. I think Aaron woke up because he died as a soldier on Marley, and Falco wakes up and he dies by like a Titan on Paradise.
Well,
Isn't it?
because the reason I know exactly what Falco says is because it stuck out to me because it didn't happen in the manga. Well, I found that out after. I mean, I didn't read that part of the manga, but I saw that someone said he never said that in the manga. But what he said was that in the anime, when he woke up on the battlefield, he was like, he said something about flying around fighting titans. He was like, a second ago we were just flying around fighting titans, implying that he had like ODM gear on and stuff.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, I don't even know how he would have that memory, dude. Honestly, I have no
me
idea.
either. But that made me think, like, what if he's in one way or another
Never mind.
connected to Zeke and Aaron? Like, maybe not a Jaeger, but there's some like, what if he was supposed to get either the Beast or the Attack Titan or something, and that's why he has like, the part Beast in him, but also has the pointy ears. Like he has, the guy said he was like, oh, he has like the Jaeger, fluid in him, and I'm like, yeah, but I mean, there's also other like parallels and other things that's like maybe it's deeper than that. Because when he started talking about that, the first thing I thought of was like he woke up the same way Aaron did with some random ass memory. And I'm like, the reason that to me sticks out is because no one else has ever fucking done that. And there's so many other people that should have been able to do that or should have had like some similar thing if it was like a normal thing for like Titan shifters. But no, only Aaron and only Falco. And so I'm like, what if that's like supposed to be deeper than just, oh, he has Zeke's spinal fluid from when he drank the wine, so that's why it made him, worse. And then he also brought up how the the full Titan shift looked like a baby bird, and then, he gets the jaw Titan, and it's like a not obviously not fully developed bird, but it's like more of an adult bird with claws and a beak and stuff like that. And I'm like, that would insinuate like he always had like a kind of bird form going. And so I think it's interesting, like, that there's other connections to both Aaron and Zeke. And like, and it just so happens that Falco is the one person that goes and talks to Aaron and ends up sending the messages. I know Falco's nicer than most of the other people that are on Marley, and that's kind of like how the ploy, but like it's almost like he was drawn to the Jaegerists, like, you know, from the get-go and had like some kind of tie to them.
Honestly, I got nothing to say, bro. But that's like, yeah, I never thought of that thing that you brought up about how they both woke up like that. If I
The
remember
parallel.
Aaron's correctly in episode 1, it was just he was crying and then Mikasa was like, "What happened?" He was like, "I had a really long bad dream" or something like that.
I feel like he said something about like being a soldier or something like that, or like being on a battlefield. I'm not 100% sure, but like like I said, it's just like regardless of what they both said, it was just the way that was put up clearly was meant to be a parallel of some sort. And, like I just yeah, you can dumb it down to like, oh, he just has Zeke's spinal fluid in him. But there's so like I don't know. It just feels like he's centered around the Jaegers more than most other people, except for Gabby, because she be sending their heads flying.
Um, I was gonna say the only time he probably got that memory was because since he got the jaw tie-in and Ymir had a jaw tie-in, but he's not like he's Aaron and he can see the past lives, but he can't see before he got the tie-in, you know?
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
that's exactly what I
that's
was
what I was
thinking,
about to
Adrian.
say.
I
Is
was, and then I stopped myself because I'm like, well, he didn't have the Titan yet, so how could he even have that memory yet?
Yeah.
Really interesting. Maybe hinting at something maybe anime only coming soon. I don't know. I hope not, actually, to be honest, but I don't know. We'll see.
I just thought it was interesting. I just thought it was a cool conversation piece, just out of the sense of like, he just seemed to like he immediately ruled out the fact that he was a Jaeger, but it's kind of like it's hard to ignore how Falco has his whole character has been based around Reiner and basically both of the Jaegers at this point.
Yeah, the reason I sent that video to you guys was because we already talked on the podcast about how his how his Titan is basically half Beast Titan, half Jaw Titan, and that's why it
Mhm.
looks the way it does. But the pointed ears is what got me because that's something I would have never realized like ever. The point
Yeah,
how the Jaegers on all their Titans they only have pointed ears, and after Falco gets the jaw titan, his titan has pointed ears suddenly. That's like incredible attention to detail. I like that was insane to me. That blew my
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, I
I
never
just
noticed
also
that either.
I just also feel like I don't think he got that much wine inside of him
He
that
only
it would
took a
change.
little lick, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, like so to me it's like I mean, I like obviously you have to accept the answer for what it is. If it's really just like that small portion of wine changed him that much, like okay. But I mean, to me there's got to be some other underlying thing that he's just like a little more connected to the Jaegers, in one way or another. Um, but because I mean, think he had other family. Like, what if he's low key Zeke's son? Imagine that. Think, bro, blonde hair.
Wait a second.
Nah.
No. We know who Falco's father already is. He's one of Grisha's friends who got turned into a Titan and then sent on Paradise Island. Actually, if you really think about it, Falco's parents are dead because of Zeke.
Got him.
Rip.
Oof. But he likes Zeke so much. How ironic.
Zeke just
I
keeps
mean-
screwing him over, bro. That's crazy.
I don't know, man. I just thought it was interesting to think about. A little too suspect, if you
Well,
ask me.
I have something for you anime onlys, and that's just for it does pertain to the episode. We do meet that little boy. How do y'all feel to know that little boy might get smushed?
Oh yeah, the whole immigrant group is in danger right now that they all partied with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Aaron said, "Fuck them kids."
I just wanted to see what y'all were gonna think about that. Cause
I mean,
I realized that
there-
earlier today, and I was like, "That's fucked."
hey, bro, natural selection.
Yeah, and
Um,
Aaron. What do I want to say here? Let's just say Aaron was thinking about these plans whilst partying with them, bro.
yeah, he
Yeah.
might have got a little tipsy, but he's like, I'm gonna fuck everyone up in this goddamn party. He was plotting.
I'm sick.
But I mean, that makes you think. Like, you can see that he's like definitely off the entire like trip
Yeah,
to Marley, but like, there's no redeeming quality that he found there to think like, maybe I shouldn't kill everybody. Like, like you would think that partying with them, because like that party was like at the end of the day like wholesome, and like that would show you that like not everyone off of the island is like these terrible people, but yet he don't care.
nope.
He said, wow, y'all are nice, you still get killed, but y'all are nice.
I got nothing to say.
Yeah, I can't say anything after. I just wanted to question y'all about that. Other than that,
Does
I
that
think
make
we
you guys
kinda-
think less of Aaron?
That
To
resolve.
be fair, Diego's the only one who thought highly of Aaron.
Bro.
It's that resolve, bro. That resolve. It just reiterates him as a savage. That's all.
Wow.
I'm Team Zeke, so
Your team pussy. Got it. All right.
listen,
Yeah,
bro.
you know what, Brennan? Team Zeke, where your boy at, huh? Where you at?
Listen,
Dead.
bro.
I
He's
am
struggling.
Team Zeke
He's
too.
struggling.
He dead. That's where he is.
He's with Ymir.
Bro, thinking about life right now. He said, "Damn."
Hey, bro, he might be eating a potato with Sasha.
Hey, that's fucked up.
Hey, bro.
All right, on
Aaron
that
was the one who caused her
disrespectful
death.
ass note, let's move on to Oh, we're really letting me transition. All right, bet. Let's move.
Wait, I don't know I don't think there's anything else.
Kinda-
We've been
wanted to
talking
say, yeah.
about this
Oh,
for
wait,
fucking
wait.
40 minutes, bruh.
Hey, I just want to throw this in. Hey. Oh God, I forgot
I
his
hate
name.
you.
I forgot his name. His Soka is confirmed in AOT.
Huh? Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
And he likes little kids, bro. It's confirmed.
Actually, hold on. I do want to talk about that. That clown was disrespectful as fuck to Levi.
Bro, he thought Levi was a kid, bro, and she's
He's
making his moves. It's
5'2",
Hisoka.
bro.
It's
He's not
Hisoka,
that
bro.
short. He's 5'2".
I'm not gonna lie. I thought Levi was about to turn around and beat the fuck out of that clown.
If it wasn't for Sasha getting robbed, he would have beat the fuck out of that clown. Headcanon.
Maybe, bro, maybe. That's a
I was-
different what if.
I saw his face and I was like, "Oh, Levi's in go mode. He about to kill somebody." I was like, "Uh-oh."
All right. Anyways, speaking of psychopaths, I'm just kidding. Warner Brothers and DC have paused all Ezra Miller focused projects
Understandable.
as a what's it called? As what's the word?
And
Because of him getting arrested, basically. This is all because he got arrested in Hawaii. I don't know why it took him getting arrested 4 times because of the same shit for them to cancel shit, but you know that's just between Warner Brothers and DC.
Well, because like I said, it's in a different light now. Because he was supposed to restart and kind of soft reboot everything.
I
He was
just
such
hope
a
this
pivotal
means that the
role.
Flash movie ain't happening no more. That's all. I just want to see
Dude,
another movie that they have pretty much finished. Them just, let's just put it in the back.
It's so
I mean,
sad though. Like to think that movie's basically done, and it's like now
it
could
is
just get,
done. It is. I
like,
think.
they can't.
I think
they
it was
can't just
supposed to
not
come
release
out.
it now.
They did it with the Snyder Cut. I mean, the Snyder Cut did end up coming out, but like
That it's
Yeah, they
just
scrapped
crazy,
it.
man. Rest in peace. DC can't get any dubs, man.
the
Honestly,
only
what they need to
reason
do-
why I hope this movie still comes out is because I love Michael Keaton and he deserves his bag. Even though he's probably already gotten paid, he still deserves his bag.
Let me
I just want to
specify
shit
real
on the
quick.
movie.
I just want to specify that when I said DC can't get no wins, I mean like the DCEU.
No, yeah.
Because Batman's great, but like any DCEU related things lately have just been.
It's because, as we've said several times, they keep making bad decisions.
DCEU needs to go to Matt Reeves and tell that motherfucker, listen, you just rebooted the DCEU. Congratulations. Batman's part of it. And to be honest, then they need to go back to Snyder and have Snyder write the connections, the overall big story.
The fact that
And
they literally said that the Snyderverse is dead is that's the start of when I stopped having hope for DC, because feel how you want to feel, but that movie made fucking waves. And everybody was finally happy with a DCEU movie across the board. Granted, it was 4 hours, but it was a good ass movie. And then they're like, "Yeah, no, shut the fuck up, Brendan. It was a good ass movie. Aside from Flash, we already know what your issue is."
No. That movie as a whole is an okay movie. It is good for
You're
DCEU.
tripping.
Bro, the pacing terrible, and to be honest, it changed a lot of bad points of the original Justice League, but it's still necessarily a great
I'm glad
step
you got
in the
cut
right
out because
direction.
you're wrong.
No, that movie is not great. It's okay.
Wait, which movie?
Snyder
The
Cut.
Zack Snyder.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's not amazing.
Look, if we're talking about amazing, this is the wrong franchise. Okay, I'm saying for DCEU standards, it was a good ass movie. Okay.
All right. I mean, look. You know what though? I'll say it's a million times better than the garbage freaking Justice League movie that came out the first time. I'll give you that.
Well, I mean, I feel
Easily.
like that's a universal agreement right there, but that ain't nothing too special, my G. My point is the Snyder Cut is
the first step in the right direction.
Yeah, thank you. It was a step in the right direction, and then Warner Brothers is like, nah, fuck that.
Here, man.
Said, damn, you made more money than our movie? Fuck you.
That's what I'm saying. That movie made more money than 90% of the DCEU films, and you're gonna tell Zack Snyder no? Huh?
He's too good
Anyways,
for them, bro.
look,
Listen, bro. The one thing the Snyder
all
Cut
I
did for
do,
me
all I
was
gotta
made
say
me
is,
want to see. Can I talk?
oh my bad, my bad.
The one thing it made me excited for and like made me really want to see was that version of Jared Leto's Joker. I wanted to see that so bad because that like ending cut scene, fire. That was like a menacing, like fucked up Joker.
So we're just gonna ignore Martian Manhunter. That's crazy. All right.
Yeah, wait, I don't even remember the after credit scene that had Jared
forgot they had
Leto in it. Yeah, I just saw Martian
yeah.
Manhunter.
I
There's
didn't.
another
No, I
one.
don't remember Martian Manhunter.
I'm dead.
I'm sick of both of
I
y'all.
remember Deathstroke and Joker. I don't
Yeah,
remember
yes.
Listen, bro, that could have been a pretty decent Joker. I know a lot of people don't like Jared Leto's Joker.
Speaking
that
of, we're not
specific one
reviewing
would've been
Morbius, by the
crazy.
way. Actually, this is a really good time to mention that we're not reviewing Morbius because I'm not paying to see that garbage ass movie. Anyways,
I'm dead.
fuck Jared Leto. I'm sick of him. He ruined one of my favorite fucking characters that has to deal with supernatural shit. So, well, not him. Sony. Sony's the issue, but Jared Leto's still ass. Anyways,
Bro, you saying that based off of reviewers?
I'm
And
saying
I
that because
never
three of the
never
things that
agreed
I
with
was looking
reviewers.
forward to the most in that movie never actually is going to happen in that movie. So I don't care.
Yeah, but Brennan,
And
I don't
again,
think it's just the
Brennan,
reviewers on
it's
this
not
one.
just the reviewers. On Rotten Tomatoes, the fucking audience score is a 13%. Let There Be Carnage has a 30%. So that means that Let There Be Carnage is better than Morbius to most people. And if
I mean,
that
they
fucking
probably
dog
have
shit
similar
show
issues.
that, is called Let There Be Carnage is better than Morbius, then I don't want to see Morbius.
I look. You just want to see how it looks like.
Oh wait,
That's,
wait, there actually has. Wait, I don't know what you're looking at. I see a 70% audience score for Morbius.
What? Then IGN is a liar. That's crazy.
Maybe it
Basically.
changed.
maybe it was like
Maybe
the
it
first,
did change.
first 2 days.
All right, well,
All I'm saying is
still-
I've learned to not really
Oh, wait.
listen to reviews because a lot of times I don't agree with them. There's times I do. Don't get me wrong. There's times where they call out a bad movie and I'm like, "You right. This is a terrible movie."
look,
But
Yeah, this is one of
there's
those
also a lot of
cases, man.
times
I was
where
gonna
I'm like,
say-
"What are y'all talking about? This movie's not that
Look.
bad. Like, it's not great, but it's not that bad."
given that no Sony without Kevin Feige Marvel movie has been good since the Amazing Spider-Man movies,
Venom's not bad. The first Venom's not bad.
it's not good though.
It's okay. Okay.
My point. If the best movie that Sony Marvel without Kevin Feige can make is okay,
Bruh.
I just like they keep making these movies that are like an hour and a half long, and it's like, bruh, you can't like develop characters in an hour and a half. You can't you gotta take your time.
I
Like,
mean,
I
they
feel
did it
like
with
Like
Utah.
brand new character.
They did it with Utah.
You do a
That's-
different case.
That's different, yeah. Like,
I'm just
Like,
saying
Let
it's
There
not
Be Carnage-
impossible, but I know what you mean.
what I'm saying, but like Let There Be Carnage, it wasn't just one character they were trying to develop. They tried to develop like 3 or 4 characters in an hour and a half, and I'm sorry, you can't do that. Like, you barely developed Carnage in an hour and a half, and you're trying to continue develop Venom, create Banshee, and then also do a sign of a what is his name, like anti-Venom or patriotic Venom or whatever the fuck his name was.
Patriotic
Agent
Venom.
Agent Venom.
Agent Venom, whatever the fuck his name is.
This man,
Um,
Venom is Captain America.
I'm
But,
fucking
like,
dead.
you tried to do that many characters in an hour and a half. Like, that's not realistic. I'm sorry, but it's not realistic. It's just like DC. Like, you try to do too much and not enough time, and you try to do too much and you try to
DC
speed
is
through
a
it. It's
different
just not gonna
case,
work.
though.
DC is a different case.
They're trying
Instead of
to
doing
do too
characters, they did
much.
storylines.
Yeah, they're trying to do too much with storylines. the
But-
character development is fine for the most part, but
But like, my dad said he didn't mind Morbius. He actually said Jared Leto did a pretty good job as Morbius. He said it fell short in like the quote unquote bad guy or like the villain of the movie.
mhm.
He said he didn't really care for that. He thought that could have been better. Again, my dad's not looking that deep, and I don't think he really knows much about Morbius. So that's coming from a like I'm just going to see if this is a decent movie standpoint. So
Yeah.
don't but like I'm curious to see it. I mean, I'd
I'm
prefer to make my
curious to
own
see it
opinion.
too, but I'm not paying money for it, especially when I don't get paid for another 2 weeks and Sonic is coming out on Friday. So
I thought Sonic was already out.
no, it comes out on
Forgot.
Friday. Speaking
Man, that's
of,
great.
we need to talk about if we're gonna go see that or not, but that's for later. All right, look, that's
I'm
a
just saying,
conversation
like,
for
Yeah,
after
we
the
talk-
podcast.
You guys trying to see Sonic or you trying to see Morbius?
I'm trying to see Sonic.
I'm trying to see Sonic. I'm trying to see Knuckles, bro.
I'm trying to see Knuckles.
I'm trying to
give them
see
hands.
Tails, bruh. I'm trying to see my boy. Anyways,
I'm trying to see Shadow.
Shadow end credit scene.
look, we are off topic.
Holy cow! We went from DCU to Morbius to Sonic.
Yeah. All right, back on track. So, as the same shit with the One Piece shit, Warner Brothers and DC have paused all Ezra Miller shit for the foreseeable future. TLDR.
Get that clown out of here. Not my Flash, bro.
So what I was trying to say is, I really just hope that, like, you know, put out the movie, reset the fucking universe, and then boot his ass off of Flash.
You know, while you're at it, get someone else to direct the Flash too, because they were not doing a good job.
Hey. Anyways.
Wait, what? Wait, you're talking about for the new movie?
Bro, any Flash, bro, the DCEU Flash is not done very well, in my opinion.
Well, we haven't even seen the
I
movie
really
yet, 'cause it's
just
from a new
think that it's
director.
Ezra Miller. I don't
It's the
think
same
it's-
director
I think
from,
just how they
the-
use Flash. It's
Because
just
in
garbage.
both Justice Leagues, he's written as a little pansy. He ain't a little pansy. He is not this awkward, socially, like, doesn't have friends dude. He's actually a very charismatic dude who's always late and has a job as a, what is it, a
forensic scientist.
Forensic scientist.
Yeah. And I was gonna say that, but I didn't know if I was saying the right word. But like, just like a lot of that was just wrong. Like,
Yeah.
not good. And then with what the information that we had of this, what we thought supposed to be a Flashpoint movie,
Isn't really a
also
Flashpoint
very
movie.
very terribly done. The fact that he's going back in time and doing anything Flashpoint-esque, like Diego has said already, like this fast as our first movie, wrong.
Yeah, look.
Fair. No, you're right.
I understand that
So they need
Flashpoint is one
someone
of his
else.
best comic book stories, but like, why are we
You need
doing
to
it for the
develop into
first
that.
fucking movie? That's like doing Civil War before Captain America even has a fucking movie. That makes no sense.
Let me put it this way, bro. Most people probably don't even know that his mom died or how his mom died.
You're right.
And then on top of that, those people in the trailer and stuff, they don't know who Eobard Thawne is.
That's my thing,
So
though,
you're
bro.
gonna you're gonna
That's
have
my
to
fucking
explain
thing,
that.
though. You have to literally set up the trauma and that he thinks that, or like everybody thinks that his dad killed her. Leave that for like a movie or two. Then introduce
They already set
Reverse
it up
Flash.
in, Justice League, but they just don't do it well.
That's what
It's
I'm saying,
ass.
though. And then like
sideline the fuck
introduce
out of
Reverse
him.
Flash, make Reverse Flash like a minor villain in the second movie, and then boom, third movie, Flashpoint. Perfect setup. You get all of the character what's it called? The character setup that you need for all the characters that are going to be involved. And you also get a little bit of rapport with the Flash and see how he's grown. And you get to see this dude do some cool ass shit and save his mom, not really, ruin the fucking universe, and then let it happen and everything's fixed.
And then yeah, he literally by the end has to go back to that time
and
and
not
stop
and
himself
yeah.
from saving his mom instead of stopping Eobard Thawne. Like it's a deep storyline.
The fact, like, you got to think about the psychological shit that you have to go through for that too. Like, my mom is right there, and I have to let her die. Like, that's fucked. But
and then not to mention that you're supposed to go over a war between
all of your friends, between all of your friends.
No, not even all of them. Just the Atlanteans and the Amazonians. Like that alone is supposed to like end the world almost.
Well, yeah, between Aquaman and Wonder Woman.
And Wonder Woman.
And then you get to see, Kent or Clark just fucked up, or Russian, depends on the story.
And in this trailer, we have Supergirl and what looks like another remnant of Ezra Miller or another speedster. That is, bruh. why is Supergirl here? What? This is a
Yeah.
Flash storyline, not a. Oh, let's the
And Michael
whole
Keaton's Batman. Don't
DCEU
forget
in
that.
it.
And
Yeah,
Michael Keaton's Batman.
yeah. The fact that this is another
The,
like another universe's
the most
Batman and
inaccurate
not
Batman, by the
Bruce's
way.
and not Bruce's dad, who is actually low key the most savage Batman you'll ever freaking see. Well, okay, not the most savage one,
One of
but like a
one of.
crazy, yeah, like one of the most savage Batman that you'll see because he uses guns and he's okay with killing people. And then you have to go through the fact that Bruce's mom turns into the Joker because she can't handle the fact that Bruce got killed in the alleyway. Because also in that universe, Bruce gets killed instead of the parents. Dad becomes Batman, who uses guns and just whacks people. Mom becomes the Joker. Like, you can't develop this all in one movie. I mean, you can develop that part in one movie because you kind of have to. But like, dude, frustrating. Very frustrating. So just scrap
Moral
the
of the
Flash, get a new
story, yeah.
director,
Moral of the
get a
story,
new
fuck the
actor.
Flash movie.
And I know it sounds bad because it sounds like I'm just gonna shit on the movie as soon as it comes out. But just know I will watch it if it comes out and give it a fair shot. But more than likely, I'll probably shit on it because of like Diego's X-Men is my Flash. Like,
Yeah, true.
like,
And if y'all if
uh,
y'all have heard the episode of me having an aneurysm over Fox and X-Men,
Oh, that was
then
fun.
you understand.
oh, it's so frustrating, man. The Flash is such a good character too. Like, and to know that they're like doing him this dirty is like it pains me, bro. It hurts.
The pain. You know what else is painful? All the shit that Steven had to go through in this episode of Moon Knight.
All right, bro. Homie. he going
Homie just
through it.
can't get a break, bro.
Nah.
So I
He-
want to
he-
ask you guys something.
What?
Mm.
Who would you say is the main character of the series?
Steven.
Steven.
It's Steven.
At least for the first 2 episodes so far.
Okay, I was just curious.
Like,
Oh,
it's
'Cause-
the main character of Moon Knight is Mark, but
Yeah,
like for the show it's Steven.
So like I don't know if you guys get this feeling, but the reason that you kind of feel like behind and like, usually by this time you're in a good loop of like understanding like what the hell's going on, but yet in Moon Knight you're kind of very confused about a lot of aspects. Like you understand the multiple personality part, but other than that you really don't understand like Mark, his side, how he, became Moon Knight. Like what, like the reason you feel so behind is because you're looking at it from technically not the main character's like point of view.
It's like
You're almost in the sidecar of the motorcycle.
it's like you're getting thrown into the middle of the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, like but I think moving on now, you'll start understanding more because it seems like they've done the transition of Mark is mostly going to be in control now.
I hope so. Like,
Um,
look, it's kind of out of pocket, but like I hate Steven so much.
Steven's a goat. Take it out your mouth, boy. What you saying?
Look,
You see the way he punched that
that
Except
was
bro
pretty
got
fucking
hands.
fire,
Hey.
bro. His suit was tight as hell too, but like
yeah, he brought out Mr.
he got
Knight.
he got clean with it, bro.
He had to roll up his sleeves to let him know he from
he literally
London,
said, "What?
baby."
You said a suit. I think I look pretty good in this."
I won't lie though, bro. When Mark took over and he went into the actual suit, I was like, oh my god.
See, this is what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. They got the CGI good now. That CGI was good as fuck.
Bro, that whole scene was fire. Oh my god. The way he just took over and said, all right, time to go. Go to work, boy. We getting ahead of ourselves. Let's start from the beginning of the episode. Start getting ahead.
So, I mean, it's really just more Steven stuff, honestly. Like, he, he wakes up from a dream, assuming it's a dream at least.
Hey, bro, I feel for Steven, bro.
I do too. Like, if you like putting yourself in his shoes, shit is crazy. Especially when he goes to work the next day, and he's like, "Dude, there's some crazy shit that you're gonna see," and they don't see nothing. And then immediately after that, homie loses his job.
Made to look crazy. He's
Yeah,
like,
he.
Hey, you get help,
Dude.
and
Back to
then
talking
Dude,
to Mr. Statue Man.
I was so happy because like the HR dude was like, yeah, the mall or the museum's not pressing charges. and we're gonna help you get into this institute if you want. And then he's like, and then the HR dude is like, you're not taking anything that belongs to the museum with you, right? And he's like, no, I don't have anything. And he's like, yeah, you do. And Steven's like, oh, the name tag. And I'm like, are they really firing homie? Like, I get it, but still, like, you feel really bad. Or at least I did.
I did too.
I mean, it's understandable.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
that wasn't.
you kind of look like
wasn't
you
like.
just
No,
messed up
yeah,
the
like you,
Yeah,
I
that
get
wasn't like
it,
I clogged the
but
toilet. That was like
it was like I
blew
caused
up the
this
bathroom,
museum
but not in
like
that way.
yeah,
Exactly.
I caused this museum a couple hundred or like $10,000 or some shit.
Like, possibly more than that, to be honest.
Now he didn't break
Yeah.
none of the shit, so it's fine.
Right.
The
He
bathroom.
threw
He
a
broke-
sink.
He broke the
Broke the
bathroom.
floor.
He didn't break none of. No, I'm talking about like the displays. He didn't break none of the displays. If one of the displays broke, that's a different story. He deserved everything, even though it wasn't his fault. But I don't know. I still felt really bad for him.
Bro's just lost in his own body. To
And
be
then he-
honest,
and
he's
then-
like,
And then he goes to find the what is it, like a
Layla.
storage chamber, or it's
Oh,
not a
never
storage
mind.
chamber, really, a storage
Mhm.
locker thing. And honestly, when he walked up in that hoe, I really thought that it was gonna be like this big ass gun locker, but it really was just like a stash, I guess. I don't even know what it.
storage locker, just a regular one.
Yeah, just like a regular. It's not a regular one, Adrian. There was a fucking bed in there. Okay,
Listen, you can store a bed in one too.
I'm dead.
It's small enough.
Not one set up just for you to take a nap in. But
That's like the beginning of the Moon Knight cave.
yeah. I look. This is why I was annoyed with Steven, because he's going through and snooping through everything, and then he sees the Mark Spector passport, and Mark is like, give me control, and he's like, no, I'm gonna take all this shit, I'm gonna go to the authorities, and I'm gonna get myself put in a psychiatric hospital where they're gonna put me on meds.
He just thought he was going crazy, man.
I get that, but like at the same time, it's obvious. Or no, not really. Yeah, actually, you might be right. All I'm saying is
He literally
he can't
probably
do.
was like, okay,
Look,
I have multiple personality disorder, and this personality, the second one, is out of control. He's got passports, he's got weapons. I'm waking up in different parts of the country, bro, doing wild things, beating
I'm
people up.
fighting. I'm killing people, bro. I'm getting in gunfights for
Look.
no reason. Getting in car chases.
look,
This
I
is
understand
outrageous.
what you're saying, but like at the end of the day, like he could be. You're right. He could have been going crazy in all reality, but actually, he didn't see the bathroom. So what I'm about to say doesn't even matter. Because I was gonna say like, ain't no way that just him is gonna break the bathroom the way that he did. But again, he didn't see the bathroom, so I guess that point is irrelevant.
Brother, I think you guys are missing a big thing. He keeps seeing about a 10-foot tall skeleton bird thing with the staff. That alone would make me go to psychiatric.
Yeah, you're right.
Now-
I'd be like, bro, save me, bro. This thing's coming after me. It's scary. The lights flicker.
I'm not gonna
No one else
lie.
can see it
It's
though.
so tantrums
not
when I'm
gonna
just
lie.
when I make you angry.
Khonshu
talk
was
to
scary
me.
as fuck in that scene.
Yo,
Dude, when
yeah.
he's getting chased down, that's just so scary, bro. Like, imagine that shit kind of happening to you. I would fucking shit myself. I wouldn't be able
Oh
to
my
like
god.
I give him a hug.
I'd give him.
live.
Clearly, there ain't no running away from it, so I just give him a hug.
No, once it start teleporting like he Jason before I'm like, you know what? I'll give in. I'm sick.
Yeah. At that point, it's like I'll just sit down, crisscross outside. I'll be like, all right, I'll listen to what you got to say.
So what you gotta talk to me, Big Bird?
See, look, for me personally, the reason why I find Steven annoying is because if Mark was just like, give me control, I'd be like, you know what? This is some crazy ass shit. I don't know what the fuck's going on. You got it, bro. You got it.
He didn't want to murder more people.
Bro, fuck that. I don't care. It's not me doing it.
I
Well, it
also-
is me, but it's not me.
his body.
I also,
It is
I
me,
also
but
would
it's not
like
my
to say-
consciousness.
I would also like to say Steven clearly was not really aware of like multiple personality disorder. He thought he was sleepwalking. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
I think
that's
I
why he
actually
was
do
chaining
think,
himself to the bed.
because like last week, I disagreed with you, but this week I think it made it a lot more obvious that he just thought he was sleeping or like sleepwalking.
And like this is very different from the original. So I've done some research into the original Moon Knight like storyline, and I'm pretty sure
the original
at
or
first-
like
like like the real story of
Okay.
Moon Knight.
I was like,
And
listen,
I'm
there ain't no werewolves ever popping up in this fucking show.
no, I'm pretty sure at first he didn't have multiple personality disorder. He created all of these aliases so that he could keep everything separate, kind of like Batman. But then something happened, and then he developed it to where it became like a serious multiple personality disorder. Like it became like a legit, like, you know, having actual different personalities as opposed to him putting on a front
Yeah.
of having different personas. So this is definitely a different take in the sense of like, you know, it's almost like not even multiple personality disorder, you know what I mean? It's just having like kind of like it's a Itadori and like Sakuna type deal. It's like you just have a demon inside you, bro, that's ready to freaking have vengeance, bro, and justice.
Shit,
But like,
justice.
this one's definitely a lot different because in the comics, I'm pretty sure he created the Stephen Grant persona to uphold like a business so that all the money he was bringing in, was legit and like he couldn't get in trouble for it and he could fund his Mark Spector / Moon Knight persona and get all the weapons and the vehicles and stuff, because low-key Moon Knight got like some crazy weapons and like a freaking moon copter and stuff. Like he got like he's strapped. um but you know this one is definitely a lot more of the mental aspect of it instead of him just kind of having a front.
Yeah.
And clearly, like Stephen Grant is not on the same page. Like Mark is like fully aware. Khonshu is fully aware that Stephen Grant is a personality that is there. Stephen Grant had no clue they were there until obviously episode 1.
Yeah.
So who knows how long he's been living like that and not really understanding like what the hell's happening to his body. Like you hear it when he's on the phone or when he's talking to the statue. He's like, I don't get it. I chained myself to my bed, but obviously I can't do that if I have a girlfriend, but I wake up and my body feels like it's been hit by a truck. Like he's like, I don't know what my body does or what I want to do when I go to sleep, but like it's not okay. And, you know, like he's clearly oblivious to everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't see, like, what I want to know is so like later in the episode, Khonshu and Mark have like this conversation and he mentions that there used to be a wall between the both of them and something happened and now there's no wall anymore. And that got me thinking and I'm like, I wonder how long like which personality is the original one? You know what I mean?
I know the answer, but
Wait, Diego, you brought up the mom? Oh, sorry. What were we talking about?
Which
I'm sorry.
the OG
Which one is the OG
personality?
personality?
Okay, well, sorry. This is what I was gonna wonder, cause he's always on the phone or leaving voicemails with his mom, and I was wondering like whose mom is it? Is it Steven's or Mark's? Like obviously it's the same mom, but like who does the mom know them as? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's something I've been wondering.
Oh, maybe that's why she's not picking up because she's expecting a phone call from Mark, not Steven. Oh my god.
well, so do you want me to tell you like what it is in the comics?
I'm pretty sure Mark is the original one, right?
So Mark is the OG, like
Yeah.
he is Mark. And then he dies, and that's when he makes the deal with Khonshu, and Khonshu brings him back to life.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, we kind of were
And
told that in the episode.
Not like
yes.
100 like flat out like that, and just keep saying and I'll finish when you finish.
But I actually think, or yeah, but yeah, Mark's the like that's originally who it is. It's obviously something happened after he got brought back to where he developed like a different personality. Um, but yeah, Mark is the OG. The mom, I don't know. I was kind of curious as well. And like I'm curious to know if it's like he's calling almost like a random person. He says mom, but then again, he's like, this is my mom's flat, so it's got to be someone he like at least somewhat knows. Um, but I do think that they're connected, like, because Steven's like infatuated with Egyptian like mythology and stuff like that. Like he works at a museum around it. He reads a lot about it. So I think they're kind of connected in a way, Mark and like Steven and stuff.
Well, yeah, I was gonna
And
say because like I said, like I was pretty sure that it was Mark, and now that I know that it is actually Mark, that this like what I'm going to say makes a lot more sense because the fact that when he gets in contact with Lila, and she comes into his flat and she starts reading a poem, and Steven says that it's his favorite poem, when in all reality it's actually Lila's, and Mark just has it for some reason. So I am just like, oh, well, since Steven is the second personality to like change shit, some of his favorite things is also the favorite things of the people that Mark knew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just like the Egyptian obsession is the only constant.
maybe
Yeah, it makes sense, but yeah, never mind. I was gonna say something else, but it doesn't make sense in the long run.
I was leading up to, like, the more Steven is starting to realize they're similar, that was like the wall breaking.
Yeah.
Because like clearly the wall broke when, like, Lila looked at him, and like in that room where he like kind of broke down because everyone was like talking to him, and he couldn't take it.
Yeah.
That was him. It was him. Or I guess no, the wall I guess isn't how much they're alike, or like, them being the same person. It was him coming to realize that, like, there's two people inside of me. It broke the wall of like him thinking he's just a soul, like, cuz Mark said the stronger one is the one that like has control, right?
Yeah.
And Mark could really only uh come under control when he fell asleep. And then Steven would come back, I think, when Mark was starting to get sleepy. So Mark would then go back to Steven's life, and like right when he's like, okay, I'm gonna let him take over, he'd go to sleep wherever he was at, whether it was on the bus or in his bed, or wherever the case. And Steven would wake up like confused in the middle of that. And that was them crossing the wall. But now that Steven has like kind of accepted the fact that, like, this is us now, like this is part of me. There's not like a way around it. There's nothing I can do about it. Like, it's real, it's legit, it's true. That broke the wall. So now Mark is deemed as the stronger one because Mark has obviously like understood it longer.
Yeah.
And so now Steven is, taking the back seat of Mark, and he'll have to kind of try to do what Mark did.
And I'm so glad. I'm so glad that he's taking the back seat.
What is the hate for Steven Grant?
There is
the
no
GOAT!
hate, bro.
Steven GOAT!
I just want to see Mark, bro.
That's
I
what
wanna
I'm
see Mark
saying. I
go.
want to see the backstory. I wanna get to the action, bruh.
Bro,
What do
the
you
way
mean
he
we're in
killed
the
that
action?
jackal.
Exactly, we're
It
in
was
the
sick,
action.
bro. It was sick.
Green. He dunk on his ass. Dunk on the
Boy,
pole.
literally. How did y'all feel about the one dude saying he used to be the avatar for Khonshu?
I think it's funny, kind of, because both of those gods, like their thing is justice,
Mm-hmm.
and Khonshu is the what's it called? Like the what's it called? The societal norm version of justice, I guess. Like, if you kill somebody, you get put in jail. Just because you're thinking about killing somebody doesn't mean you get to be put in jail. And then Amit, on the other hand, is, well, you may kill somebody in 30 years. You may become a mass murderer in 30 years, but you're going to die now.
So that's my thing. When Ahmet does her, judgment, is this seeing into a guaranteed future, or is this seeing like you're gonna have decisions that lead up to this thing, which you could decide to murder someone, so I'm gonna get rid of you. You know what I mean? Like,
I think this is a
what?
parallel of what
Captain America?
Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Because remember that the whole plot for the villains in Captain America and the Winter Soldier was to kill people off of their potential. And it's essentially the same thing, just, the potential of bad instead of the potential of good.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, to be honest, the way I interpreted it was it was guaranteed that the person will commit a crime. But to be fair, we don't know how bad the crime is. We don't know, like, is it really it's kind of like it's like Light in Death Note. Like, yeah, he's killing. Yeah, you're killing a criminal, but like, did they really deserve to die like this? Like, I think that's where the Steven's morality stepped in. Like, I'm totally on Moon Knight side. Yeah, like I don't see how killing people before they commit a crime even makes sense.
Yeah, because like I really like that whole scene in general, honestly, because like, both sides do have a point, or
Mm-hmm.
like Amit's side does have a point, but at the same time, it's like what Steven was saying. What if it never happens? Or what if you're judging a kid? You're really gonna kill a kid off of something that they might do in 30 years? Like,
Yeah, and on top of that, we don't even like. Can we really even trust this God? Like, they say that it's gonna happen, but is it really gonna happen?
exactly.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed that scene for that, like those kind of philosophical questions, I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty It reminds me of like how Psychopaths. Have any of y'all seen
I
Psychopaths or
have
heard of
not
it
yet,
before?
no.
watching it right now actually with Emily.
Yeah, it has the same like philosophical debate as those two had in that episode, where like, oh, is it okay for someone to kill you if they have the thought to do a crime that may harm or hurt someone in the process, or do you wait for it to happen? And it's a very interesting topic to say the least. That was like one of my favorite scenes from that episode.
Same.
I'm another thing that I actually really enjoyed is that they cut to the chase, because after the whole scene with that jackal and Khonshu and stuff, it's revealed that
What the fuck is that?
what
Oh, sorry, I'm outside and that plane looked really fucking weird. But there's also this other plane that looked really fucking weird. Like,
it's just
sorry, it's
UFOs,
off
bro.
topic.
It's just
Continue.
UFOs, bro.
He's about to get abducted.
Well, no, like this one plane was like, so at first it was flying kind of close to this other plane, right? And the light was like mad bright as if it was aiming at me. And it was like kind of staying still, not aiming at me, but like aiming in this direction. And it kind of stopped. And then like all of a sudden I saw it just kind of turn and then just took on in another direction. It's definitely just a regular plane. Like I can see
Oh,
it from
that's
here now,
definitely
but
a
like
UFO. That's
it
crazy.
looked really fucking weird. And just the fact that those planes are like, what the fuck? This is so
Bro, if you're
weird.
getting abducted, code word move. Okay.
Nah, bro, like these. So the one plane started flying as if it was gonna go like over us, but then it kind of turned and like it looked mad close. And now this plane that I said looked like it was standing still is now going faster and it's kind of going almost in the same direction. I wonder if those are jets and not planes, but they're doing some like survey or something. It looks like because that shit is not like a normal
Those are
fucking.
UFOs, my G.
They're not UFOs, but they're definitely not
Nah,
like
those are
passenger
aliens,
airplanes
bitch.
either.
Those are
They abducted
aliens.
your
They gonna abduct
Shit.
your ass.
Ain't no probe you, bro. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, continue with the episode.
Um.
That just tripped me out really weirdly.
Okay, yeah. So one of the things that I really like is that this show has a habit of just cutting out all of the transportation. Cause in the first episode, it was more for a what's it called? A cinematic effect or like a point of view effect. I don't know what the actual word is. I'm not a fucking film major. But for this episode, we go from him and Khonshu having like a conversation in the middle of in the middle of a courtyard of a church, I think. And then immediately we just cut to them in Egypt, and that's where the next episode's gonna kick off, I'm assuming. I just really enjoy that this show don't fuck around in terms of like this is how somebody gets here. It's just we're here.
Yeah, for real. It's like I was wondering, it's like, fuck. Steven just wakes up and where is in the first episode? I forgot where they were in the first episode. It wasn't Egypt. It
It
was
was like
somewhere else, right?
Scotland or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, damn, did he like full? I was like questioning, like, did he legit like book a plane while he was gone? Mark just took over for the day. He's like, yes, I'll book one plane ticket to Scotland, sir.
I
Don't
mean,
worry
yeah,
about it.
he was gone like a few days because when he was back, he was like 2 days behind
Yeah.
or ahead.
Ahead.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have.
he lost 2 days. There we go.
Yeah, it was just finding that very interesting how they legit just don't care about how they just
They're just like, we're here, bitch. That's all that matters.
pretty much.
Which like it's a good and a bad thing because I know that like for some stuff you like kind of like to see how they get there, but I feel like for the what's it called?
This one is just doesn't feel necessary to know
Yeah,
how they get
yeah.
Yep.
For the sake of brevity, there we go. That's the word or that's the phrase I was looking for. For the sake of brevity, they're just like, yeah, we're here.
What do you guys think of Layla?
I'm not sure.
Same.
I've never heard of her character, so like I have no background knowledge on this bitch. But I'm assuming she's all right given that she's married to Mark.
there. Yeah, I have nothing to go off her since it is just the first episode we legit seen her other than on a phone call.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Brennan.
I actually getting introduced to her actually made me question when did Stephen Grant become a persona because
Yeah.
she knows about the suit, she knows about Mark, and she knows about Khonshu, but she didn't know about Stephen Grant.
That's what I'm
And I mean,
saying.
obviously, she was like, "Oh, I've been calling for months, yada yada yada." But like, I wonder where the Stephen Grant persona came in and what caused that. So it seems like they've done the comic probably accurate, but they've skipped to the point where obviously the whole thing becomes because she even mentions like, "Oh, is this another persona?" So clearly he was like making personas up as he went along to do things like in the comics at first, but like I said, there comes a point where it kind of develops into a legit like, you know, personality disorder. So this feels like maybe we're on the back end of it,
Yeah.
and we hopefully will get the like backstory of like, oh, this was Mark Spector, this is what he did, these were some of the personas he came up with. And like maybe like they'll explain how Mr. Knight comes into play because Mr. Knight was the like I think like the business savvy one, like, like that's a legit, that suit is obviously like they've been advertising. It's a legit Moon Knight suit. Like that's not something made up for the show, and maybe like
Yeah, and that was why I was like really surprised when he popped up in the suit cuz I was like I didn't think that Stephen Grant got that suit.
well, just maybe it was like, you know, I mean, obviously the suit comes in and however you're thinking.
Mhm.
Like, he didn't really know about the warrior suit. So like he was like, y'all kept saying suit, so I thought of a suit and this is like what came out. But like maybe that was one of the suits that Mark Spector used, like, back in the day in one of his personas or whatever. No, because he was like, what the fuck is that suit?
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right actually.
I don't know. But
I don't know.
it was interesting.
Yeah,
Hopefully it comes out again because it was fire.
it was fire.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see where the rest of this series goes cuz like I haven't been this interested in a series since WandaVision. Like not interested, but like wondering where it's going to go, kind of interested. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, from here, it seems like it's just he's gonna try to stop the guy from getting his avatar, and that's why he's in Egypt to get to
Yeah,
the tomb
but
first or
gods,
whatever it is.
bro. But gods are involved, so shit's gonna be weird.
But first 2 episodes were fire, yeah, and it kept me on my toes. Like I never knew where it was going at any particular moment. So, I even though I feel like I know where it's going now, I feel like there's still gonna be twists and turns, and I'm all on board.
Yes, sir.
It's funny because I'm actually excited to see the points at which Stephen Grant ends up getting control and seeing what he does.
Yep.
Because like now he's like he wants control, but he can't get it. So what is gonna happen when he does finally get control? Like where is he gonna go? What is he gonna try to do? Because obviously he kind of developed some sense of caring about Layla.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
obviously Layla's gonna try to be contacting Mark, but Mark is like, nah, you need to stay away from me, which we learn is because Khonshu wants to use her as his next avatar.
Yeah.
But like, it didn't seem like Steven was like, no, let's still like talk to her, let's keep her around or whatever. So it seemed like it didn't really affect him about Layla becoming the next Avatar. But I'm also curious. Like, I want to know the story behind the one dude, Arthur, and Khonshu, and like what happened there. Like, I wonder if Khonshu like was like, no, we're not doing this anymore, or if he was like, no, I want to go to Amet because her way of judging is better. Because clearly he agrees with the let's stop evil at the root
Yeah.
instead of like waiting for evil to be evil. And so I'm curious to see if like, you know, is that like gonna be a thing? And then also the way he's been talking to Steven, I wonder if housing Khonshu for an X amount of time is what causes you to have multiple personality disorder. Because he when he was first talking to Steven in the museum, he said voices as in plural, not the voice,
Well,
which meant there
technically, he
was.
has two other voices in his head right now that we know of, which is Mark and then the god.
But that's
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying.
like Arthur
He
said,
knew
yeah.
about the voices, not the voice. And like now we find out he knows about the voice in the head because he was Khonshu's avatar at one point. But like I said, if you're Khonshu's avatar, then you only really have Khonshu's voice in your head unless you develop another personality to then have another voice in your head. And it doesn't seem like he fights with like, Ahmet or anything or another personality. So I wonder if Khonshu is like the way he is, he kind of drives people mad and into like having a multiple personality disorder.
Yeah,
Because it's
cuz
also,
Arthur also said when he brought Steven out of the car that that Khonshu likes to break people or find people who are broken.
yeah, um and also you can, by the way they've talked about Khonshu and how Khonshu has kind of talked to Mark and Steven, it's almost like he takes you hostage. And he's like, "Oh, one more, I need you to do one more thing and like I'll leave you alone or whatever. Or like I won't, you don't have to be my avatar anymore." So it seems like he doesn't really give a damn who his avatar is. He just needs someone who, he can essentially like talk into doing his dirty work. And because Ahmet, it seems like Arthur kind of went to her willingly. Like they're in cahoots, and he wants to bring her back for sure. While even when he talks about Khonshu, he's like, it's always one more mission with him, or it's almost negative. It's like the good guy has a bunch of negative connotation towards him, and the bad guy seems to have positive connotations around him because it's like, oh, they get rid of evil before it happens. Clearly, Arthur's in a better headspace than Steven and Mark, so it's like
Mhm.
he's not messing with you. And Ahmet's not really like, you don't get the feeling that like Ahmet is holding him hostage. He agrees with it, but yet both Mark and Arthur are like almost feel like they're hostage to Khonshu, regardless of the fact that the way he wants to go about justice is a little more normal to us.
That's an interesting. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, because I was thinking that the villain, I forgot his name. I can't think of his name for
Arthur?
some reason. Yeah, Arthur. I was thinking that the reason Kantu doesn't want to be with Arthur is just because of how his ideology changed. I was just doing it's like he was thinking it's like, oh, how come we don't try to stop these criminals from doing these criminal acts before they even do it? What if we do it by a thought? Kantu was like, no, because that's not real justice. That's something else. That's da 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 da. And they just couldn't agree. Kantu just said, no, you're not. You couldn't be my rightful avatar just because your ideology is fucked up. And he just went to Amit. Is that the name of the god he worships?
Ahmed,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He just went to Amit because it supports his ideology, how he thinks. So that's what I was thinking.
Arthur
Well,
also proves that like you don't even have to listen to Khonshu or your maybe even your god for that matter, because he's like that's all he can do, just blow the wind.
Yeah, can't hurt you, bud.
I don't know.
He gives
Because
you
when
his
he's
spirit.
there in person, like, when he sees him, it seems. But I guess Khonshu's never really physically like touched or harmed him, so I guess maybe. But um, I mean, like I feel like Mark is a different. Like that's what I mean. Like I'm interested to see how Arthur and Khonshu's like relationship was, because like it sounds like almost Arthur like I don't want to say despise, but like does not like agree with Khonshu like whatsoever. And how he's like, oh, you can just ignore him. Like all he can really do is like blow the wind. Like you're fine. You're not gonna like he can't just come down here and like punch you in the face and be like, bro, wake up. Like we need you or whatever. And like like I said, I'm curious to see like did Khonshu break away? Did Arthur break away? Like what was the story behind that and how did that whole situation, pan out? It'd be very interesting to know.
I agree.
I think that's all we got for Moon Knight,
Yeah.
isn't it?
And why is Khonshu a dickhead?
I
Yeah,
mean,
bro,
he's a
just
god,
hate.
bro. Come on.
I don't
He's
give
a-
a fuck.
I'm just saying, Loki's
Clearly,
a dickhead,
Ahmed's
and
not
we
that
love
bad.
him. So
I'm just saying, Ahmed clearly ain't that bad.
we haven't seen her yet. I wouldn't say all
You
that
right. But
Yeah.
Arthur seems to be steady chilling. So
because he gets to kill
Mhm.
people.
yeah, but at least his
Yeah,
mental's not all
he's not even
jacked up.
technically the Avatar yet, right? Because why does he have
It's
to
hard
go to
to
her
say.
tomb? He's not really the Avatar yet. He's just like her pawn right now,
Yeah.
True.
following her bidding. For all we know, as soon as he frees her, she's like, "Actually, I'm gonna pick someone else as my Avatar."
That was another thing I was confused by because he said I don't have the luxury of hearing the voices anymore. I'm
Mhm.
curious to know if he in some way hears Ahmed's voice or if like that was like a sarcastic like, oh yeah, I don't get that luxury anymore of like hearing like Khonshu talking in your head and stuff.
I
Like,
interpreted that Khonshu talking to him like that. Because Khonshu's
yeah,
kind of dickhead. He just hating.
but I'm very interested to see where this goes. I'm enjoying it a lot.
Me too.
All right. Well,
I don't know if you guys saw, but there was another, I guess, Doctor Strange trailer that dropped. I
yeah.
didn't watch it, but apparently the big thing that happened in it is the fact that you see Wanda's kids.
Yeah. So
I
basically,
saw that.
that you remember that like little like speech that he gives about seeing the same dream and it ends in a nightmare. Basically, like after like the first bit of that sentence that he speaks, it ends with Wanda saying it instead of him. So it, like slowly transitions from him saying it to her saying it. And I watched it, and literally like the only new stuff is like you get to see I think two Wandas working together, and then also her kids. So
Oh, you also see a more clear image of the one that people thought was that one chick and with the cosmic energy around them, the image I'm talking about.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Photon.
The
I
one that
do.
we thought was like clearly Monica Rambeau.
Yeah.
All I'm saying,
You don't think it is?
I don't want to like sound messed up, but it looks more to me looks more of a manly figure esque. Um, to me, that's like my opinion.
It could be
And
Captain Marvel. Ooh.
I saw a thing
Or
and it
Captain
said
Britain.
it could be the comic accurate Marvel, which is the original like Captain Marvel.
It could also be
Um,
Captain Britain because Captain Britain's got the same ish powers and is the same color scheme as her.
And then the other thing that they're thinking it could be is Cosmic Iron Man, since he's
It's
part of
not
the
gonna be.
Illuminati.
There's no way.
The mask is pretty similar and stuff. It's just options. I'm just saying in the picture that's a little more clear than the first trailer. In my opinion, it looks a little more masculine, like just the facial features and the build of the person as a whole. I'm not saying it's not Monica. I'm just saying it looks like it could be a more masculine person as well. And I
Bro's
mean,
watching his words carefully.
it's a multiverse of madness, so we don't know what could happen. I at this point I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't Monica Rambeau. I guess I'll say because everyone seemed to be like dead set, like, oh, that's for sure her.
Yeah,
Now,
I thought it was too.
all I'm saying is if you go look at the picture, there's a chance it might not be.
Who knows, man? There's gonna be a million cameos in this movie.
Facts.
Literally.
Anything
I'm-
is
I'm
possible
ready
at this
for it.
point.
I
Who are
wanna
you
see-
waiting
I
for?
want to see it go down. Mm-hmm.
No, Brandon. Brandon said, didn't you say you know who you're waiting for, Brandon?
No,
Oh, what'd you say?
I don't remember, to be honest.
All right, well, you know, who do you want to see show up, bro? Which cameo are you hyped for?
I don't know.
I'm
just,
ready for Deadpool.
I'm
That's
just-
what I want.
I'm so sick of like all the speculations and stuff.
Okay, I
Don't see the
rewatched
movie.
the trailer. I watched it on my phone, so I couldn't pause it. But I see what you mean.
It looks a
You know,
little.
like,
It
I
kind of
I'm
do
gonna
look
look
like
past
Cosmic Iron Man. I'm not even gonna lie,
I gotta
because
see
you could
this.
you could see brown hair like poofing out on the top. But besides the point, let's wrap up the podcast because I'm pretty sure we're actually stepping up on 2 hours.
No, fine.
Uh,
We got there.
we doing
The amount of stuff we
Weebly
have.
reading. Has anybody read anything?
I just been watching movies, so not
Did you
reading.
finish the Harry Potter shit?
Yep, I just finished them today.
Nice.
Finished both of the last movies of the Deathly Hollows, and I ain't gonna lie, I don't know which one is the Deathly Hollows is my favorite,
Really?
because those are because at first it was the first one, especially with the way it ended. I'm
That
like,
second one slaps.
yeah, it does. It's like a whole war on all that shit, and they just popping off at each other. I will say, I don't think I saw. I mean, when I watched the ending, it's like, how do I want to put this? I feel like Voldemort goons are fucking weak in hindsight. Like, hear me out, all right? So you see some of these people, and they take out like some of the important characters in the series, right? And especially this one bitch, she just took out 2. One of them I just can't. One of them was someone I just hoped he didn't die, but he did, and I'm kind of salty about it. And then another was just, oh, he was my favorite. He became my favorite at the end of the Deathly Hollows. I was mad that raggedy bitch. Anywho,
What character, Adrian?
Oh, I didn't want to spoil if anyone cares, but
Spoil
Bro,
for
it's-
Deathly Hollows.
bruh.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm 10.
It was what was his fucking elf name? I thought it was a goblin, but it was an elf.
Dobby?
Dobby. Yes, that bitch killed Dobby, and I was so fucking mad because
I was
he's
gonna ask you if
such
you cried.
I was about to.
I'm dead.
I was like, not my boy Dobby, not
I'll-
him. I was straight up sick when she did that. I'm like, I hope she dies. And then back to my original point. You see her fight.
Wait, it's been a really long time since I've seen these movies. Who's Dobby again?
The elf.
Dobby's an elf.
The elf that helped Harry.
Dobby's a free elf. Master gave him a sock.
Wait, the guy with the beard?
Oh my god, the
No.
fucking
Bruh.
the maid.
The small
the little,
little
the
maid.
little elf. The one that
Yeah.
can teleport.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh my god. All right.
Hey, you have to understand though, I really don't like Harry Potter, so
F.
that was your. Oh, I think I vaguely remember now.
Oh my god.
Adrian, that was your favorite character, bro.
Not my favorite.
Back
but
doors
he's
over
like
here.
One of my, he was
Back
one of
door.
my favorites. Bro, he was just he's such a good kid. Or I can't believe they killed him.
Werewolf is
anywho, back
my
to-
favorite.
I like. Oh, Snape became my favorite towards the end of the last one, because I was just thinking, it's like, damn, he's just a snake. Like, he's like that dirty bitch. Fuck him. And then I saw his backstory. I'm like, okay, I understand. I really do. All right. Now to my original point, why I thought it was weird. You see this bitch, and she just kills like 2 of the main cast of the story. She kills Sirius, but she kills Dobby, and I thought she killed someone else, but I could be wrong. Anywho, this bitch gets taken out by a random mom. We don't ever see that mom fight, but then she just suddenly just throw hands out of nowhere, and she just slaps her.
Whoa,
Bro,
whoa, whoa.
hold up.
Not
Am
call
I-
Mrs. Weasley a
I'm
random
about
mom.
it. Yeah. First up,
Is she not?
she is married to somebody on the Ministry of Magic, my dude. That means that she knows she can throw hands, bro.
Does that really mean she throw hands?
You can't be ministry
No,
on the
Like,
Ministry of Magic unless you a good ass wizard,
No,
bitch.
but no, not the.
Bruh, he got whacked by a
I
freaking
know.
snake, bro.
All I'm
But
saying.
like, I'm just saying, like some of the weird.
Don't disrespect Mrs. Weasley is all I'm saying.
Listen, Mrs. Weasley, she pulled up some tricks I didn't see coming. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm
Exactly.
just saying, where was
'Cause
that
she's the
strength at
GOAT.
the entire time?
She's the GOAT.
Listen, bro,
she's just holding
everyone
that
else was
strength
doing
back.
it. She didn't have to do it, bro. Her babies were in danger, bro. That's that mama strength.
Facts.
I guess. I guess, but I'm just saying, like, I just feel like some of the people I just didn't expect to just randomly throw hands. Just threw hands with like some of the higher up people. I'm like, what the fuck?
Listen, bro, this is an important question. How did you feel when Sirius Black died?
Dude, I was heartbroken. I felt bad.
I was to make a grown man cry.
Because I was like, no, not Harry. That was supposed to be Harry's foster dad, not that little hating ass family. Fuck them family. They didn't give a shit. They were hating so bad every time they got mail for him. He's like, I'm gonna just tear it up, burn it. I'm gonna throw it out. And he ain't never gonna get mail. I'm like, what did he do to you? He is a child. He is
I
12
want to
years
say
old.
a fun fact. When they filmed that scene of Sirius Black dying, Daniel Radcliffe's actual grandpa or actual like family member died that day. So that's why that scene where he's like screaming and like emotional hits different, because there is obvious real emotion behind it, because it was he probably held in that emotion until that he got to film that scene from real life shit.
Yeah. I didn't know about that. That's
You're
very sad. Damn.
Fun
I
fact.
All right. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm done. I like Harry Potter as a whole series. I just think it's better. No, I think Star Wars is better. Hot take.
I mean,
Bro
to each
said
their own.
L plus ratio, Star Wars better.
To each their own. For me,
I mean, Harry Potter
I'm
is
pretty
the
quick,
worst
bro.
Star
Shut
Wars.
the fuck up. First of all, we don't talk about J.K. Rowling. Okay, moving on. I'm pretty quick. I read a fuck ton of Bleach. Gang. I'm at I have less than 100 chapters left.
Hey.
Fucking goated piece of literature, bro. Is it literature? Is manga called literature?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Goated. What else have I done? I think that's it. Yeah, that's just it. All right. Javen, what have you seen or watched or read or whatever?
Let's see. Keeping up with Vanitas. I'm only an episode behind. Show's pretty good, must admit. Yeah. And then Psycho Pass. So I watched Psycho Pass before, and I think I dropped it, but I'm rewatching it with my fiance, and it's okay. I feel like I'm feeling the same way I watched it before, but she's like super into criminology, so like she's eating it up. So happy wife, happy life, and then
Simp.
what else? Honestly, dude, just waiting for the new season to start. On God, though, I might start. I didn't realize that the new season is pretty much upon us now. Like
It is, but isn't.
Tomodachi game is already out,
Really?
and so is the one with the short silver hair girl, Haden-san. That one's already out too. So yeah, so new season has started. I might as well get to this
Wait,
stuff.
Todachi's game's already out?
Yeah, the
First
first
episode's
episode.
already out today.
I thought that was coming out in May. What?
Nope.
Am I tripping?
It's out right now.
Someone lied to me.
Animated Squid Game is out right now. So yeah, I'm gonna be watching all of that. But yeah, that's it. That's it for me. Just catching up on some of the last season and Psycho Pass.
Word. Brennan.
I recently rewatched the third Hobbit movie, Fire. Super fire. If you don't like The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings, I don't like you. Period.
That explains so much.
Yep. Anyways, I haven't really done anything. I read a couple chapters of One Piece, but it was of shit that I had already seen. So obviously I read 6 chapters and was like, all right, fuck this. I don't want to read this shit right now. I've already seen all this. I'll have to choose a different day. Other than that, it's been the same stuff for me. Tokyo's Revengers chapter, just read that today. Quality chapter, quality chapter.
Solid.
And then the usual. I still need to read the new Earthchild chapter, but other than that, what is it? Dararon or whatever it's called.
You always
I don't
butcher the name.
What is it? It's
I don't know how it's
anyway,
spelled, but just yeah.
Yashimon. That's still doing pretty good. I need to start reading Chojin X again, but I'm like a couple chapters behind on that. Black Clover. I was right. Dararon. That's what it is.
So you reading it or watching that one?
Reading.
What?
Duraron or whatever.
Oh, it's only on chapter 17. It's like new.
Wait, it's new. I thought that was like a thing about a guy on a motorcycle.
No.
Nope.
You're thinking of a
What is
thing
that?
completely different.
What's that one called?
I have no idea, but it's not what we're reading.
Yeah, no. And then I've been on this wave for a while trying to get them on it, but the Twin Star Exorcists that had a good chapter recently came out, so that was nice. But now I gotta wait another 25 days for another chapter.
Bruh.
Sad days, you know.
Bruh.
It is. But that's about it.
All right, well, Javen, it's time for that.
You already
It's
went?
time for that outro,
Oh.
bro.
Sounds like y'all don't want a thumbnail on this video, bro. I ain't doing no outro.
Bruh.
What the?
By the way, I looked it up. The anime's called Durarara, the one I was thinking of.
So basically the same name.
That's that Netflix one.
Yeah, you can watch it on Netflix, I guess. Actually,
I don't like the way it's animated.
I
Really?
don't watch it. I don't know. Anyway, that's not
bruh.
what we're here for. We're here to wrap this puppy up. So, thank you guys for watching this week's episode of the Weebly Comic Podcast. We're gonna give a small shout out to everyone here. First, we got Diego, aka Wrath. Check out his YouTube channel.
Yes, sir.
Talks about Nintendo and other video game related content.
Yes, sir.
And then we got Adrian, aka Star Psycho, Twitch streamer and Instagram memester. Instagram is Dark King Yuta. Make sure to go give him some follows. And then shout out to Brennan, aka what's your pop Instagram name again?
Don't even worry about that.
All right, we don't even talk about the pop, bro. And then, of course, if you want to see some hot anime content on my YouTube channel, Avocado, please go check that out. Hopefully, we will see you guys next week for the next episode of the Weebly Comic Podcast. But until then, I hope you guys have a beautiful day, beautiful night, and a beautiful shit.
Yes, sir. Have a nice shit, boy.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Goodbye.
Bye.
See ya.